Welcome to Firebreathing Kittens, a standalone actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Every episode microplot is a complete adventure with a beginning and an end that fits into the overarching macroplot of the whole season. Because they stand sturdily on your own, you can listen to these episodes in any order, and you can skip any you don't enjoy. We are joined by Skirmish.
Oh, hello there. My name is Skirmish Killington. I'm a level 14 barbarian, Path of the Wild Magic. I'm a Goliath, so I'm pretty big, about 7'7". I'm wearing a nice crisp pair of pants, and I've got, that's it, no more clothes, because I like to keep it simple. Bluish grey skin with green eyes and natural tattoos all around my body. And I just finished learning how to freestyle swim because my friend Stella has been teaching me for the past few months, and I'm so excited.
Does that mean your nipples are showing?
Of course they are. Are yours not? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Next we have Jenny.
Jenny is a 10-foot-tall Loxa-dragon. What that is half dragon, half Dr. Crud III. She is a level 14 rogue, and the reason she is a rogue is because her horde has to grow.
Does Jenny have nipples? Half mammal, half reptile? Does that work out?
She was born out of an egg from an elephant's butt.
So probably no nipples.
No, well, you know what? You never know because she's wearing a poncho. So her nipples are not showing.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Yeah.
And she's a female, so if her nipples were showing, it would be illegal. Because females are held to a different standard than men, which is really messed up.
Well, I cannot relate because I am portraying the agendered Walker. Walker is a level 14 life cleric. She is an automaton. Oh, I've been saying she. Oops, it's they. I'm misgendering my own character. I think there was a law where you have to do that every 5 days.
Yeah, that's my fault.
They are a big, not as big as a Goliath, but pretty dang big robot. Silver hair, silver skin, blonde hair, kind of fleshy, but definitely metal.
Nipple status?
None.
It costs extra on a robot.
Yeah.
Okay, so our three adventurers are currently on a ship to the city of Jishope. So the reason you guys are on a ship is because Firebreathing Kittens essentially established a satellite operations camp in an inn over there in Jishope because there have been a lot of problems with undead rising and etc. And it's gotten so bad that people have just been going there. So then Firebreathing Kittens just rented a whole place. And they give people 500 gold a day just to stay there and help out the situation, plus any other jobs on top of that. And there are some that can range from like just, I don't know, 50 to 50,000 gold pieces. So yeah, definitely a lot of money in staying in Jishope and helping with the undead situation there. So yeah, you guys are all in a cabin together, the three of you. And yeah, what are you guys doing?
Jenny is actually on top of the deck throwing up over the side.
Skirmish is marveling at the size of the cabin we're all sharing because we are all huge. And so it's very roomy, I assume, or at least I hope.
That's because Jenny's not in there.
True.
A Walker is currently going around the deck, eagerly introducing themselves to anyone who doesn't look busy.
Okay, good to know. So Jenny does not travel well in the sea. Yeah, Jenny, give me a Constitution saving throw just to see how bad it is.
First throw of the evening.
It's a D&D classic for a vomit roll.
And I cannot roll it on the table for some damn reason. So that's going to be a 3 plus Constitution plus... It's a saving throw plus 2, so a 5.
Okay, good. You just avoided gaining 1 level exhaustion from how seasick you got, but you do feel really bad, and it's coming, like, people are looking because, like, it's just not stopping. A surprising amount is coming out of you. It's like, yeah, you have some concerned people who, like, yeah, someone, like, approaches you and says, hey, are you okay? You want something for that?
Yeah.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Walker is attracted to the commotion immediately, and in a sort of motherly concern just rushes over and goes, oh, hey there. Are you okay? Hey, sweetie, what's your name? Oh, no. Walker is going to cast Healing Word on Jenny here.
Okay, yeah, roll your healing dice. She didn't lose any HP, but hey, might make her feel better.
Hey, yeah, it might give me another Constitution saving throw.
We got a 4 plus 5, 9.
Okay, I would say roll another Constitution saving throw and add 9 to it.
Okay. So that's a 19 plus 9 plus 2. Somebody else do the math because I can't.
It's like, I believe
30.
a 30. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Jenny. I'm Walker. Are you going to be okay?
Oh, well, I don't know what you did, but I am now.
All right. You want the Firebreathing Kittens?
Well, look at my poncho. There's a badge right on it saying FBK is awesome, and I'm one of them.
I love the enthusiasm. I just started.
I'm one.
Skirmish will walk up to them and go, hey, Jenny, looks like you're feeling better. That's so good.
Skirmish, hug time.
I give Jenny a gigantic hug. And just for reference, I've left my pockets empty when I come to hug Jenny because I know her hands are very sneaky.
Oh, you silly man. You know I don't steal from my friends. Just everybody else.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Well, then, good. I'll replace my pockets then. Contents, rather. Hi, who are you, robot person?
Oh, well, my name's Walker. I just signed on with the Fire-Breathing Kittens. I hear there's this undead problem, and, well, I don't mean to gloat, but that's kind of what I was built for. Who might you be?
Oh, my name is Skirmish. I am not a fan of the undead. I do not like them at all. So I'm
all
glad.
right, then we'll get along.
Perfect. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
I'm Jenny. You made me not seasick. I don't give a crap about undead. I just want to rob everybody. Except for you because you're cool.
All right, thank you. I suppose that's flattering.
Well, you have the FBK logo, which means you're untouchable.
I'm not sure how to unpack that, so let's just move on.
I mean, unless you want to get robbed, I can do that for you.
Is this? I'm sorry. I'm a bit older than I look. Is this some sort of modern humor? Is this a sort of pulling my leg? What's going on here?
No, I will rob you if you want me to.
I do not want you to rob
Then
me.
I won't.
Jenny,
Thank you.
remember what we talked about before. Only rob the bad guys.
Well, that's nice, and I do that. Oh, Doo-Doo, my poo-doo is here too.
Oh,
You brought him along. Perfect.
Doo-Doo-Doo-Poo-Doo, I'd love to you.
is Dudu here, like, with us in this moment?
Yeah,
that's
just
right in front of
describe
me.
Doo-Doo the Poodoo.
The best way to describe Doo-Doo-Doo-Poo-Doo is as a miniature deer. Very tiny deer.
Oh, I love these things. They were
Not a
varmints
thing.
on
Doo-doo.
the lemon fields. Oh, my apologies, Doo-Doo. Walker goes down to shake Doo-Doo's forward hoof.
Okay, I'm going to roll a d20 and we'll see what he does. High? Okay, high or low?
Hi.
Okay. That is low, so he headbutts you.
I am made of metal, so this is probably not a great experience for this small deer. A friendly little fella. I love him.
And he loves you.
So yeah, like this
Oh, isn't that
this little poodoo just like headbutts, like is just like trying to get at you, like trying to hurt you, but it's just even cuter. And then yeah, you guys also see like being bent down, you see Nulasag, who is actually on this ship, heading toward you, and he just says, Nulasag is the guildmaster of the Firebreathing Kittens. He just says, "Oh my god, it's Doo-Doo. Mind if I pet him?" he asks Jenny.
Go right ahead. And if he likes you, he won't headbutt you.
All right. So, yeah, Nulasag goes to pet Doo-Doo. And if you ask roll or high, I'm going to say low.
Okay. Hoodoo the Doo-Doo bows for the pets.
You really like
Because that
Nulasag.
was a 4.
You know, Mordekainen's Tome of Foes added a lot of poodoo rules, and I'm glad they did.
Oh, the only rules I have is the character sheet that the main DM sent me, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like Nulasag doesn't really have to bend over to like pet him because he's a gnome. He's very short. Gnome or halfling. Anyways, he's very short. So then he pets Voodoo and he like they enjoy each other. And then Nulasag says, kind of like straightens up and says, "Oh yes, I actually wanted to give you this, Skirmish. It's a letter. Can't say who from, but you'll see as soon as you open it." And he hands Skirmish a letter.
I take the letter, and then I say thank you because I'm polite and my mother raised me right. And then I will go ahead and open. Do you mind if I read it now?
Well, the person who gave it to me requested that you read it in a private place, though I see some kind of magic was cast on it, so maybe it doesn't really matter who's around.
Okay. Well, just out of courtesy, I will go back to our spacious cabin and read it there.
Okay, so you read the letter. I'm going to need Jenny.
Do you want us with you?
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Continue.
Do you want us with you?
Well, no, maybe later. I'll just read the letter. You can continue going around the deck, introducing yourselves to people. The more people we know, probably the better.
Okay. And she immediately sneaks into the captain's cabin to rob the place.
All right. So I will need Walker and Jenny, players, to please take off your headphones until I motion you back like this, and then you can rejoin. Yeah, like this. Okay. So
Hello, DM.
Okay, so Skirmish, this letter's contents. You can see like it doesn't have the sender addressed on it at the beginning, but you can see at the end, like if you skim right to it, it is from Avalanche Killington.
Oh, all right. That's my sister.
Yeah, and then the letter is addressed to Skirmish Killington of the Firebreathing Kittens. And yeah, if you read the letter, it goes as follows. Dear Skirmish, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to let you know that I know for a fact, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you're wrongly imprisoned for the events of the slaughter of the Vale of Shadows. Lokag, your dear friend, is still serving life sentence, and I hope to exonerate him too. But we need your help. Next paragraph. Even though I have ensured the privacy of what this letter says, I cannot write everything I know here, so we will have to meet up in Jishop. I am staying in the Sleeping Panther Inn under the name Ava Tonks. Next paragraph. I've been looking into the events of the slaughter of the Vale of Shadows ever since you first left. There is an evil presence in Tyrants, and they have been catching on to me. I had to flee, but I'm currently working with a couple of nice people, Kyra, a wizard, and Remedy, a priestess of Torm. They are also investigating this matter. Last paragraph. Please come meet me at your earliest convenience. Your guildmaster, Nulasag, allowed me to stay at Jishop's satellite location and agreed to deliver this letter for me. Thanks to Kyra, no one but you will be able to read the contents of this letter until 24 hours after it has been opened. So please burn it or find another way to permanently destroy it once you have read it. Love, always yours, Avalanche.
I can't believe she found me. I thought running away would distance me from these problems, but I suppose the love of a sibling never dies. So that's very nice. I would like to make sure I get all the details. I'll read it one more time, and then I'll go ahead and eat the letter.
Okay, eating it is a good way to get rid of the evidence. So, it basically mentions a lot of things that you remember, like she knows for a fact. The things that you probably do not know is the inn she's staying in is Sleeping Panther Inn. Mm-hmm. And then the name that she's using is Ava Tonks.
Got it.
AVA and then space Tonks, like TONKS. And the people that she's working with are Kyra, spelled Kaira, and Remedy, spelled like just the word remedy.
Priestess of Torm.
Yes, Priestess of Torm.
Okay, cool. Well, after that, if that's everything, I'll go ahead and join my guild mates up on deck.
Okay, and then...
We're here the whole time.
Walker approaches the guildmaster and says, hey, sir. I don't mean to be a pester, but I was wondering how long it was until we got to shore.
Nulisay goes and tells Walker, it shouldn't be too long. It should just be an hour at most. I mean, if you look in the horizon, you could already see the shore.
Oh, that's just excellent. Thank you kindly, sir.
Right. So yeah, Skirmish has now joined his companions back on the main deck.
Now, welcome back, friend.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be back. I'm a little disturbed by the letter, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Just there's somebody I need to talk to when we get there to find out what exactly is going on. I think she might have some insight as to the undead problem.
What?
Sounds excellent.
Oh, actually,
you want to fill us in?
Go ahead.
You want to fill us in?
Not particularly right now. I have to think about a few things before we go. But when the time comes, I'll let you know, Jenny. You're a good friend and a great guildmate, and I won't hide anything from you. But I want to make sure that the information is accurate before we move on.
You know, Skirmish, I trust you. We've been adventuring before, and we're good to go. I will trust your judgment right now. And I'm going to talk to the voice in my head right now. Okay?
All right.
DM, what did I steal from the captain's cabin?
Okay, what did you steal from the captain's cabin? Let's see. I'm going to roll for it. A handy little loot table, knowing that Jenny is going to be in this episode. So, you have what is called a druid's cap. And this is a wondrous item that requires attunement. It's uncommon. And the bearer gains a +1 bonus to intelligence nature checks. So, yeah, you have to attune to it to get nature +1 to nature checks.
Well, that won't happen right now because you have to have at least a long rest to attune to it.
Why did a ship captain have a wondrous item sitting around?
He might not have known.
Oh, yes. And he also managed to find, like, lying around there, like, rummaging through his stuff. He managed to find 46 gold and 38 silver. 36 silver? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 36 gold, 36 silver. 46 gold, 36 silver.
Got it.
Yeah. And in what condition did you leave the captain's quarters?
Oh, completely effed up.
You really turned the place upside down. Yeah, I mean, you found some other sentimental things, but like the only thing that seemed interesting was that cap. It's like it's green and it has a little squirrel symbol on it.
Well, I mean, the sea was rough, so the quarters got tossed. He did not secure his quarters like the way he's supposed to, as an experienced seaman should.
Yeah, he left a lot of stuff lying around because he didn't think anyone would actually go in.
The dum-dum.
Oh, also, so Nuliseg is
stuff?
still, not yet. Though, if you want more stuff, you can roll to pickpocket more people.
Oh, I will.
Okay, yeah, while you roll for it, Walker, did you walk away from Nuliseg? Or, like, did you continue, like, kind of chatting with him?
If there was someone I hadn't met before, I would break off to go meet them.
Oh yeah, so Nulasag would have stayed and said, "Do you know where you're supposed to go after leaving the ship, like in Jashope?"
Absolutely not. I was given almost no preparation. I was sort of hoping my compatriots would guide the way a little bit.
Oh yes, yes. I must have forgotten to do a announcement, but let me just go ahead and do that. And he's gonna pull out a megaphone that has thaumaturgy on it and say, "Any fire-breathing kittens on this ship, you are to go to the Sleeping Panther Inn. That is a satellite location of fire-breathing kittens. Again, Sleeping Panther Inn. If you need a map, come to me, and I will give you a map to where it is."
Sir, I don't mean to be a bother again, but you did just do that right in front of my face, and it hurt a lot.
Yeah, you take,
Oh, you take psychic damage.
You take 1 thunder damage. Because it was right in front of you, kind of coming from below you, so...
It's the Sleeping Panther?
Yeah, Sleeping Panther Inn is the current satellite location that Firebreathing Kittens Guildhall is renting.
After hearing the announcement, I would like to go up to Nulasag and then ask him for a map.
Okay, he's going to hand you a map. And it's like a little map of Jashope from the port to like downtown, and it shows you a little map of where to go to the Sleeping Panther Inn.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have any other questions?
Not for now. Do you know... Can you tell me more about who gave you the letter?
They asked that I don't say anything about them to if anyone's present.
Okay.
But if you want, I could take you somewhere private and I could tell you.
Not necessary. I think I got the information from the letter itself. But will you be joining us at the Sleeping Panther Inn?
There are a few strings I have to pull before then, but eventually I will be there. Of course, I have to. I'm on this ship to make sure that everything's running properly and to kind of ferry information between guilds.
Okay.
Satellite locations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No more questions from me, thanks.
Okay.
Jenny rolled a 36 to rob the crew.
The crew. Okay. So you find with this 36, I'll say you get 2 large trinkets and 1 medium trinket. So so let's see. 81. That is, you get a small bone chest carved with runes that contains 2 malachite in a square cut. So like 2 kind of malachite ore. Or so yeah. You find a small chest. It's really fancy looking. That's for the second large trinket. You get 1 blue quartz gem in a radiant cut. It's worth about 10 gold. Oh yeah, by the way, the chest was worth like 3 gold. More decorative than anything.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, so then for the medium trinkets, you get a 42, which is linen hat. Again, lots of hats here apparently. What's Jenny's favorite color?
Purple.
It's a purple linen hat, at least. It's worth actually the same amount as the chest. Funnily enough, it's worth 3 gold. Okay, and then for the second, you get 6, which is green glass vial with a thick, dirty white liquid and a pine stopper. So you have dirty white liquid inside a green glass vial.
Okay, you're going to have to try that again. Your giggles were too much.
Okay, so the second thing that you found, the second medium trinket, is a green glass vial with thick, dirty white liquid and a pine stopper. It's apparently worth 2 gold. So, yeah, you have dirty white liquid. Nice.
I'm going to feed that one. How much is that?
2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Skirmish, you thirsty?
Do you have an ale? I could always go for a drink.
I have this.
No thanks.
I am going to speak to the guildmaster and ask, excuse me, sir, so when's like the next ship back to Nicomoy in case we like need a quick exfiltration?
He's going to answer. Before that, I'm going to roll for the third medium trinket that Jenny got, which is 88. And that is, salamander scales worth like 5 gold pieces. And as for the amount of gold that you got, I'm just going to do gold. 36 gold. Again, that's a number. Keep on rolling for gold. So yeah, mark those items down. And
Got it.
yeah, Walker, Nula's egg tells you, the next ship to Nicomoy should be tomorrow. I mean, actually, I'm not sure. Like, I'm just on this ship. I know that there's definitely going to be a ship tomorrow, but I would say check the ship schedule. I don't have that all in my mind. There should be more today or tomorrow. By the way, it is like, it's around noon. It's high noon right now.
Who are we fighting?
Do you say that when Nulaseg's around?
Yep.
He's gonna finger gun right back at you and say, undead hordes. Apparently, there's a lot of problems with them here.
We're gonna do that, boss.
I dunno like undead at all. I'm ready.
Let's kick their butts.
And then he's going to say, well, I gotta run and go do something, but you guys should be at port in less than an hour. Maybe less. I
Bye,
don't know.
Newly.
Bye, Jenny. Bye, you two. Yeah, and then he just like walks off and like kind of gives Poodoo the Poodoo a little pat on the head and then saunters off.
You see, we're his favorite because he mentioned us by name, but not you guys.
I'm used to it.
I've noticed you guys are surprisingly chipper about facing the living dead. Are they like a common occurrence nowadays?
Yep.
Seems to be, yeah.
Ever since season 1, when my
what he means.
great-grandfather decided to go to a school with lots of undead, they've been around.
It was like 4 years ago. 3-4 years ago.
Yep.
That's somewhat alarming.
Nope.
But we're glad to
No?
have you. I mean, if you're here to help, that would be great.
I mean, I'll do my part. Last time I faced off against the undead, there was an apocalypse, 1,000 years of darkness, that sort of thing. So,
Well, in this case, it's just a nerd who got pissed off because he got made fun of.
How
that's
old?
usually how it starts. I mean, that's wizards for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you, Walker?
Well, the folks at the museum estimate me to be somewhere around, 2,000-3,000 years old. I spent most of that at the bottom of the ocean, so can't really tell other than by counting barnacles.
I'm 1.
What, like 1 year?
Yep.
Are you like an adult?
Nope.
No.
Oh. And you're going off to fight the undead at 1 year old.
Yep.
Well,
That's very impressive.
she's very
Thank you.
capable.
I am. And I can do lots of things.
It took me only 30 days before I was fighting the undead. So, I've been in your shoes.
You're awesome. I like you.
Thank you kindly. I like you as well.
Yay, friends.
So, Walker, like ever since you emerged out of the sea, like ever since you remember coming back, how long has it been? Remind us and listeners.
It's been a few weeks. Coincidentally, at about the same time as Sword Rock Cafe, with the removal of a certain sword of prophecy.
Were you in a cocoon?
If you count the ocean as sort of the world's cocoon, then yes.
Okay.
Walker, give me a general history check to see how much you would know about the undead that's like rising these days, like what's causing it.
Okay. History, you say? Mm-hmm. History, you say? This is why you don't have a digital character sheet. Okay. That is 18 plus 7, so 25.
Yeah, you know a lot about the specific problem that's been causing undead to rise up and become a problem lately, and that is because of these creatures called Ekenblim. They are these fake creatures that essentially like steal people to become part of their society so that they can improve their own creativity. A byproduct of their existence and their flight is the Ekenblim dust that they shed that's been getting everywhere. And that Ekenblim dust causes any people who die to come back as mindless zombies. So because that is everywhere by now, because of the events so far, it has become quite a problem with anyone who dies coming back as undead.
Now, if my history's correct, these Ekenblim you guys have been facing off against, they caused an apocalypse before my apocalypse, right?
I got no idea. I haven't dealt with anything like that.
No?
No, I've just been robbing people.
Well, with your 25 in history, you might actually know the answer. Like, they have been a problem before. Yes, basically. It doesn't have to do with the, like, yeah, they have been a problem before, but they were not the particular reason you were created. You were created to fight, I believe, the Great Old One.
That is correct.
Yes. The Ekenblim, I mean, you've heard of them, definitely. You've known that they've caused these epidemics before, but in farther history than what you were created for.
All right.
So, yeah. Like, you guys see the land on the horizon approaching. You see the shitty that's
Land ho!
you see the city approaching. And
I believe that's an offensive term. I don't think you should be using it.
Land or ho?
The latter. Ooh.
Oh. Okay. Well, why?
yeah, you see it approaching, and like you'll be there in the next few minutes. Yeah, anything you guys would like to do?
I would like to remind Jenny to listen to her elders, and nobody's older than Walker here, so they probably know what they're talking about.
Well, since I'm the youngest one here, everybody's my elder. You're old as hell.
I'm excited. Skirmish is very excited to see the land and the city coming up. He cannot wait to get to the Sleeping Panther Inn.
Yeah. After 1,000 years in the ocean, Walker is similarly plussed about seeing land again.
Yeah. Eventually, the ship like pulls up to the dock and like stops, and then the captain does their usual announcements like, "Everyone, please remain on board. The priority boarding will leave first, and then first class, and then second class, and then economy class. You guys are economy class."
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Y'all have feudalism even on boats nowadays.
Oh, Jenny just leaves.
Okay. I mean, like you push past a bunch of disgruntled people. Like, a security guard comes up and tries to stop you, of course.
Jenny runs.
Like, the security guard, like, kind of starts chasing after you, but that is just does a hand wave, is just like, I am not paid enough for this.
I try to yell at Jenny, "Jenny, wait for us on the dock. I don't think you have a map."
Walker runs off with Jenny and makes a rude gesture backwards saying, "Take that, pigs!" And runs on land.
Skirmish is equally nonplussed that both of his companions refuse to listen. It's like, "Guys, just wait. We'll get there. I'm excited too. Just wait."
I don't respect the authority of violence.
I never have.
So what does Skirmish do? I rolled for like the crowd above 66. They weren't gonna cause like mass. They were not gonna cause a mass like thing. So I rolled an 80. So the crowd kind of just like, it's just like, ugh, typical.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
So everybody's disembarking, I assume, like on a ramp or something like that. Mm-hmm. I would like to try to jump from a different place or jump into the water because I can swim now. And so I can meet up with them separately, but I do not have to go through the line that everybody else is going through.
Okay, so are you trying to vault over the side and like go over the ramp, or are you trying to go into the? Are you just jumping into the water?
Well, it depends. How far of a vault will I have to make?
The ramp is about like, it's not too long. It's just like 10 feet.
Oh, yeah. Then I will definitely try. I'll take a running jump and jump over the gap. I won't deal with the ramp. I'll just be down the ship a bit, jump over the gap, and then get to land.
Roll for it. Roll for it.
Yeah, so
roll
like,
for it.
yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll an athletics check, but before that, like, I know you have like a jump distance thing. Do you know what that is?
I believe the distance is number of feet according to my strength amount. So I've got 18 for strength, so I can, with a running jump, I could do 18 feet worth of jumping. So that should be no problem at all.
Oh yeah, like you don't have to roll for it mechanically, but just to see like how well you do it, and if you crash into anyone else, roll athletics.
Okay. So I got to 19.
19 is pretty good. So you just like do a running jump. You don't have to do a very long one because you're so strong. And then you have like so people like turn and look, and you just do like this graceful and fast leap over, and you manage to find a spot that no one's in, so you don't knock anyone over or hit anyone or take any damage. That is a success.
So I point at all the people walking down the ramp and say, "Not bad, eh? Huh?"
You get like everyone kind of stops and gives you like a round of applause. You get a couple whistles.
I humbly bow.
Dumb rich people.
Okay, now that everyone is on the dock, I will need you all to make a perception check. There are quite a few crowds here, and there are some things that I wonder if you guys will see.
Skirmish got a 24.
19.
Nat 20.
Guys rolled real high. So, the first thing that you see, like, you immediately are able to see each other even through the crowd. That's the first thing you're able to see, no problem there. The next thing that you see...
We're massive.
On kind of like a bulletin board where the ship schedule is, and also where, like, there's posters of wanted or missing people, you see a very familiar face, and that is Skirmish's face, on a wanted poster for 30,000 gold to be brought to the guards alive.
Dang. Skirmish, you never told me you were cool.
Well, I thought it was obvious that I was cool, but don't worry, I think this is a joke. Like, there's a lot of jokers at our guild, and they probably knew we were coming to Jishop. So, you know, and so I'd like to quickly grab the wanted poster.
Oh, that's the most suspicious thing you can do. Don't do that.
No, I'd like to keep it for my scrapbook. I think it's funny.
Okay,
Jenny
so...
grabs her handcuffs and handcuffs them.
Oh. I'd like to see you try.
Okay, roll whatever checks you need. I think for Jenny it would be... I think it's contested athletics. Yeah, contested athletics.
Athletics? Okay.
Yeah.
While they're doing their little scuffle, I would like to read the wanted poster.
I'm just gonna roll to see how much attention you guys draw. I mean, Skirmish already grabbed a lot of attention by doing his pole vaulting, his vaulting thing. Oh boy, yeah.
So, for athletics, I rolled a natural 20, so I got to 29.
I got a 27.
Nice try, Jenny. You're getting there.
I got 30 grand. Come on, buddy.
Oh, come on. Don't worry. We'll get plenty of money. This is a joke. You're not going to get any money from this.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, then let's go over to the town guard.
No, we've got a mission. Don't you want to get paid for real?
We will, but let's go do this and see what the hell's going on, because guess what? You're worth 30 grand right now, and I'm going to try again if you don't.
I will laugh it off and start looking at the map and walk into the Sleeping Panther Inn.
So,
currency is the liquor of the soul. Don't give in to temptation there, Jenny.
In the meantime, while you guys
Horde.
were doing that, Walker was reading the actual wanted poster, and like, so yeah, you were reading it, and you see like you see at the bottom, it's like you see like the Jishop kind of like logo, like the kind of city, and then sanctioned by the city guard of Jishop. It's legit. So then it says wanted for I'm just gonna roll a number here. 165 counts of murder. And then as you're reading it, you see the number increase to 166.
Can I get a vibe check on Skirmish? Because I'm not used to this man. I'm not sure if I would believe this or not.
It also says the number of murders in the city of Jishope. You guys are based in Nikamoy, not in Jishope.
Skirmish, you killed 160 people here?
I don't think that's true. I mean, I've helped adventurers here and there, and, you know, there were some bad guys that had it coming to them, but I don't think it was that many.
Here in Jishope?
Well, I lived on the outskirts of Jishope for a little while, and I eventually made my way to Nikamoy. So I was here for a little bit, but come on, 166 people? That's ridiculous. You see, this is fake.
I don't think you realize how poor of a defense they were bad guys and they had it coming actually is.
I know you're new to adventuring, but let me tell you, there are bad guys, and they do have it coming, especially when they attack you and try to kill you. I've had that happen several times.
Well, that's self-defense. I don't know how you rack up 166 counts of self-defense.
Exactly. So it was all self-defense, number one. And number two, it wasn't 166. That's a ridiculous number.
Jenny wants to roll insight for serial murder from Skirmish.
Yeah, I similarly want a vibe check.
Roll your insight check, and I will also give you another piece of information after you roll your vibe check.
Okay, is vibe check using insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a straight 15 because I got a plus
21.
15, 21. Like, you see, Skirmish is like, okay, like, what is your, like, what is it that you are, like, presenting right now? Like, or like, are you trying to hide something? Yeah, like, what like, emotions can they see?
I'm nonplussed at the accusation that I would actually murder 166 people. Number one, I don't murder anyone. I try to save the day. I try to help people, and that's what led me to be in FBK in the first place. And so murdering I'm shocked that somebody would accuse me of something like that. Now, I have been accused of it before, and it does bring back some bad memories. So what I'm probably presenting is mild anxiety, just because I'm reliving a trauma from before, but also like a shock, like, this is ridiculous. You've adventured with me. I didn't go around killing people.
Yeah, and while you guys were arguing and reading it, the number increased to 167.
Now look at that. How is that possible? I'm standing here in front of you. How can I be killing extra people?
I have a hypothesis. Perhaps they're counting results of your actions as your actions. And so these consequences are rippling out somehow.
Because it's not like, it's the number that they've discovered.
Oh, so like, I sent 160 people to the hospital, and one by one they're dying or something? No, that's ridiculous. In self-defense, mind you, if I'm going to kill somebody, it's right then, right there. Self-defense.
You know what? I'm going to take your word for it now, but I'm keeping my eye on you.
Perfect.
If you serial murder anybody...
All right, no problem. I would like to find out why this poster exists and why they want me. I mean, this is a mystery that I would like to solve as well. And maybe there's money in it for all of us.
So do you swear you haven't killed anybody? Murder-like?
Not murder-like. Only by the cause of justice to protect my friends or the innocent. I will do anything to protect you.
There was a pause.
Look, I take care of business. I'm a soldier. I used to roam my homelands, and there were bad guys, and we had to kill them. I'm not going to say that I didn't do that.
That's not murder.
Well, then we're fine. Well, look, just take it for what it is. I'm not going to hide my past. But I will tell you that there is a situation that needs to be resolved, and we need to get to the Sleeping Panther Inn to find out more information. I'll clue you in as to what that letter said once we get there.
All right.
So you promise you did not kill 10 people just now?
Correct. You've been watching me the whole time. You're a sharp young lady. There's no way I could have done that.
Well, I don't know. There's magic.
I don't... Okay. I promise.
Yeah, so, while you guys have been having this discussion, you guys have caused a lot of, commotion. There are definitely people watching you. There are definitely people who saw the wanted poster and recognized Skirmish. But a lot of people are, more running to get the guard or just staying away because who wants to go and just, apprehend someone who's killed that many people?
Skirmish, I have to disguise you now because those people definitely saw you and know that you're wanted.
Yeah, one other thing that you see, because you guys actually rolled really high on perception, there was someone who was watching the crowd and trying to hide. You did see someone wearing a black hooded cloak look in your direction and then go back and blend into the crowd. That did catch your attention during this whole interchange. And currently there's guards being called. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
Walker, you see that person over there with the hood?
Yeah.
Go get him.
All right.
Skirmish, I'm going to disguise you. And she brings out her wings and envelops him.
All right.
And she puts a Hitler mustache on him for the disguise.
Perfect.
So are you proficient in disguise kit?
I do, and I have a disguise kit.
Roll your disguise kit, please. And Walker, in the meantime, you are trying to find that person. Roll survival or investigation. Your choice between those two. But in the meantime, I want to see what Jenny has rolled for disguise kit to see how the effect of putting a Hitler mustache on Skirmish disguises him.
Well, here's the thing. I rolled the dice. I rolled a d20, and it was a 1.
So yeah, you literally just put a Hitler mustache on him. Don't do anything to hide his body markings, anything about his physique, anything.
Nope, just a Hitler mustache.
It does nothing for him in terms of disguising.
I would like to say to Jenny, thank you for this Chaplin mustache. I love it.
I'm sorry, I don't know who this chaplain is. This is for Hitler.
Oh, well, I'm from a different land, and so we call it different things. That's okay.
I accept you.
I accept you. Thank you for helping me.
I rolled a 14 survival to try to catch up with this hooded figure.
They're pretty good at blending in the crowd. You see a lot of people wearing, you see a decent number of people wearing black, but they've disappeared.
Ah, shoot.
Yeah.
All right, couldn't find him.
Okay, so you were able to find the hooded person.
That's a classy mustache, Skirmish. When did you get that?
Oh, it's not Skirmish. I believe you had me confused with someone else, sir. My name is Dermish.
Ooh.
Oh, well, oh, shoot. Jenny, where did Skirmish go?
Oh, he jumped into the sea and swam away.
I would like to wink at Walker and whisper, it's actually me.
Oh, no. Okay, that's good, because the wanted poster. Okay, they'll never catch on.
I tap my finger to my forehead now you're thinking.
So, yeah, you guys see the distance. There's definitely, people are, they're not feeling a particular vibe. They're trying to get as far away from whatever's going on as possible. And you hear, a lot of armor clanging, and you see, guards coming in, hands on their weapons, not drawing them yet, because drawing weapons in a crowd of people would be not the best. But yeah, guards are coming. Guards are on their way. What do you guys do?
Shall we go to the pub?
Sure, that sounds great. And I will like to talk in an accent so nobody recognizes that I'm actually Skirmish.
Oh, what's the accent?
Hello. Good to see you all. Shall we go to the pub?
Let's go!
Very good.
Okay.
I have no idea who you are.
Oh, I'm Dermish. Wink.
Nice to meet you. Double wink.
Let's go to the pub.
Okay, are you guys just how are you guys getting there? Are you guys running? Are you guys going to try to just strolling?
Yeah.
Casually walking, not causing a disturbance.
Okay.
Left foot, right
and probably telling a joke.
Well, if you guys are not trying to run away from the guards, they do catch up to you. and like they kind of like they're going to attempt to surround you guys. They're going to say, halt, Skirmish Killington, you are under arrest. They're going to try to surround you.
I'm sorry. Who are you talking about? My name is Dermish Shillington.
This is Skirmish. He is not Skirmish. Skirmish dived into the ocean. Look at the mustache.
Does this Skirmish fellow have a mustache like mine?
Okay, I'm trying to say, like, someone's gonna roll. Okay, but both of you roll deception, I would say.
Right, I'm not very good at that. Not traditionally.
Oh, I am, actually. I got better at it.
Oh my goodness. I got a natural 20 for 21.
And I got a 19.
Okay, they did not roll very well, and those are also high scores, so they're just like, okay, so sorry, we sometimes run into issues like where Goliaths look similar. You must be a different Goliath. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't think that Skirmish Killington is part of the Firebreathing Kittens, so.
They went that way. We did see him. They went into the water. Go get him.
Oh, okay.
Go.
We have a code in the water, and then they're gonna go because they believe you.
I say at a slightly elevated volume, typical town guard, always thinking we look alike. Like just shaking my head.
Dumb.
Oh my god.
Very anti-Goliath if you ask me. Very anti-Goliath if you ask me.
So the fuzz haven't changed in 2,000 years then?
Oh, no. They're still stupid.
Oh, no.
Shh, hey, not so loud.
Well, they can't hear me. They're idiots.
Yeah, you guys thankfully were ran into guards who were like aware of racism existing and thinking that they were being racist. So yeah, luckily for you guys, you guys are
like
off the
normal?
hook for now.
So we continue to casually stroll to the Sleeping Panther Inn then.
Okay, like people seeing that you guys had gotten like surrounded by the guards but escaped from it, they think, oh, okay, everything should be fine then. So then you don't have anyone reporting you to the guard yet.
Point of order. We did not escape. We just walked away and they let us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
we stated our case.
Seeing that people are not like, are just like, oh, okay, just must be a different person then who looks like Skirmish Killington.
It's Skirmish.
Dermish Shillington. I could not be more clear.
Yeah, so people calm down and just start walking. Like, obviously still, like, looking at you and whispering, just like, did you see what happened? But, yeah, you guys...
Oh, I did.
You guys follow the map. It's pretty straightforward. It's not too far from the port. They made sure that it would be easy for adventurers to find.
Well, yeah, the first thing any adventurer looks for is a bar.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you guys managed to find the Sleeping Panther Inn.
We're here. Hey, Dermish, you ready for the bar?
Ready for what exactly? The bar? Oh, yeah. Oh, and thanks for the mustache, by the way. Do I have to give that back to you?
No, that's for yours. It's just chalk.
Okay, perfect. I will keep it for now. Actually, as much as I like the bar, there's somebody here I really need to meet, and I can introduce you. She's a very special person in my life.
All right, Walker, do you want a chaplain mustache too?
I don't know. Having organic hair, it would make my metal hair look a little weird in comparison.
So, regular mustache?
Actually, can you give me one of them handlebar ones? I always wanted one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Jenny, roll your disguise kit just to see like how nice it looks on Walker and how well it matches their face.
22. I did not roll a 1 for that one.
It looks very good, like almost surprisingly so. But like Walker really pulls it off. Really pulls off that handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it makes them look. How do you want it to look, Walker?
So it's like one of those 1930s cartoon villain curly mustaches. Some real bad guy from Hunger Games vibe to it. Just making Walker an androgynous monarch.
Yep, and it accomplishes that exact effect.
Okay, Dermish.
Well, while
Show
they're
us who you want to do.
Okay, so I'd like to ask around for a lady by the name of Eva Tonks.
Okay, who are you asking specifically? There are a few, like, Firebreathing Kittens guild members that you recognize.
Well, if there's like a bartender, I suppose at an inn there may be a bar, and they would be familiar with the people that are hanging around, or anybody that, or just anyone. It's like, hey, have you seen Eva Tonks?
Yeah, like, if you go to the bar, if you ask anyone else, they'll be like, Ava Tonks, I don't know who that is. They're not part of the guild as far as I know, but I don't know, maybe they're a new member or something. When you go to ask the barkeep is a water genasi male. He has like long flowing blue hair, and he says, oh, Ava Tonks? Okay, yes, I'll come get her. And he's going to like get up and go like up to the room, and then while he does that, he's going to be a couple minutes. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Stealing from anybody who's not an FBK.
So like people who aren't in FBK, there are like I'm going to roll to see how many. I'm just going to roll a d10 because most people here are FBK. There are 4 people who are an FBK. Roll your thieving check.
Should I even do that?
to see what tier item you get.
Okay, that's going to be a 40.
40. You get a wondrous item then.
Is Walker witness to this?
Can you roll above a 40 for your what is it?
Perception.
Your
A
perception?
PvP perception roll? I mathematically cannot.
Well, then no.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Jenny, you find this thing called this pair of gauntlets. I'm trying to figure what they're called right now because I don't like the name very much. Let's call them Unseen Servants Gauntlet. And it contains 1d4 unreplenishable charges of the Unseen Servant spell. So you just have to you can. It's 4. I rolled a d4 and I rolled a 4 on it. So you find those. You can now cast the spell Unseen Servant 4 times if you want.
Do they replenish after a long rest?
It's unreplenishable.
Oh,
So
you're
you
mean.
just get 4 uses.
You're mean.
I'm fair.
So while Skirmish is waiting for Ava Tonks, he is freaking out. Like, he's trying to keep it cool and together, but he's having a very hard time about it.
Give me a deception check just to see how well you hide your freak out.
15.
Should we roll perception?
Yeah. If you guys are paying attention to Skirmish, which I guess you would be because he's your guildmate and also.
No, I'm not. I'm robbing everybody.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you want to see what Skirmish, if you're keeping an eye on Skirmish, then yes, roll insight or perception.
I am not, no.
Okay, good to know. So yeah, I mean, people kind of see that they look at you because they've seen the wanted poster too, like people who are in Firebreathing Kittens, but they're just kind of confused, just how if he's based in Nikamoy would they? He's just they're kind of keeping their distance, but also they're the people who are here are not the kind of people to really know, but they know that you're part of the guild and you're an active member. And they see you in Nikamoy all the time, so they're just I don't know what's going on here, but not my business.
This is Skirmish. That's how. Don't worry about it.
I don't think we have to hide who I am to our guildmates. I trust them.
There's only 4 of them here. Everybody else is non-FBK.
Oh, actually, no.
Okay.
Everyone's FBK except for 4 people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind.
We'll stick with...
I retract my statement.
Okay, and while that's going on, the bartender is gonna come up and bring Ava Tonks. And you guys see this tall Goliath woman with pale blue-gray skin, light green eyes, and long dark brown hair, kind of wearing these plain, unassuming traveler's clothes. She comes down and just like is looking around kind of nervously, but then sees you, Skirmish, but with a disguise that she is definitely able to see through, and she just like runs up to you and hugs you.
I hug her back with great intensity and say, I'm so glad to see you again.
Jenny sees the hugs and immediately hugs.
After I hug Eva, I turn to Walker and Jenny and say, look, I will be frank with you. This is actually my sister. Her name is Avalanche Killington. I haven't seen her for years. And to be quite frank with you, I had to run away from my land of Tyrants because I was accused of murdering my entire squadron of soldiers. And it wasn't me. It was a group of undead that made us kill each other. And somehow I escaped. But when I got back to the village, somebody accused me of doing all the murders. And it wasn't right. I was thrown in prison and was going to be executed. And so I was able to escape thanks to my friend Lokag. And so when he let me escape, I ran to the biggest village that had a shipping harbour and came to Guaso. And that's why I ended up in Jishop. I was in Jishop for a while, then I ended up in Nikamoy once I joined the Firebreathing Kittens. Nobody knows this. Nobody in FBK, only you two. And I'm ashamed of running from what I should have faced like a man, and I want nothing more than to go back and clear my name and fight whoever killed my fellow soldiers. It wasn't right, and I will have my revenge.
Wow.
So let me get this straight. You're Frank, not Dermish or Skirmish.
That is a pseudonym I use at times, but to simplify things, I'll just say, let me be Skirmish instead of Dermish or Frank. Thank you for that clarification, Jenny.
Okay.
You know, intense acts of maturity and grace aside, I feel like we should focus on the task at hand. Miss Avalanche, was it?
Oh, I believe she's going by Eva. I don't know. Is that okay, Avalanche? Should we call you by your given name or by this pseudonym?
I'm going to attempt to do Skirmish's accent, but we shall see how it goes. So, Avalanche replies, well, why the fire-breathing kittens are in here? You can call me Avalanche, but if you go out or in the street or anything, please call me Ava Tonks because I don't want people knowing who I really am.
Well, I presume you have some knowledge of the current accusations. Skirmish, if you'd like to pull out the wanted poster.
Yes, I'd like to show the poster to Avalanche.
Looking at it, you can see it's increased to 168.
I look at my guildmates and say, you see, I was with you the whole time. How is this even possible?
Magic.
No, I'm not that magical.
Okay, Frank.
So yes, Avalanche kind of like gestures you guys. Now come on, I've got some people in my room that you got to meet, and I will explain everything that I know and that we know once we are in the room. And
hold on, why all the secrecy though?
Oh, because people in the village of Tyrants, they are looking for me. There is, well, I will explain it, but they are mostly on the side that thinks that Skirmish is guilty. So they don't believe me, and I can't show them that I've been doing that I know what I know.
I'm a wanted man, and I'm to be executed by the council of my village, and on the council was my own father, and before he stepped down, he went ahead and decreed that I should be killed. And so there's a lot of problems in my hometown. That's why I fled. And so if you don't mind, for now, let's keep it on the down low, and then later we can try to square it all up.
Oh, I ain't gonna let you get killed, Frank.
Thanks, Jenny. Wink.
You're welcome. Wink, wink.
I'd just like to know what we're dealing with at the task at hand, though. I mean, I get you two have a sibling rapport, but Jenny and I here are new to the situation, and I'm not liking all this hush-hush energy about it.
Well, it sounds like we need to go to the room and then they'll tell us
I'll explain
everything.
when I've got also people who know more than I do about this too. So, are you coming?
Yeah, I trust Frank. He's not going to kill me.
Well, I know we just met, Walker. Is there anything I can do to give you an assurance to at least listen to what my sister has to say?
I'll listen, but going into a back room without any sort of explanation is going to be a little... that's a big ask. I mean, I'm new in town.
I would like to take out my hammer from my backpack and hand it to Walker. It's like, look, you've got my weapon. Please just give this a chance. And if you are okay with what you hear, you can give me my hammer back. If not, you can keep it.
Frank doesn't give his hammer to nobody. You need to listen.
Walker thinks for a second, then hands back the hammer and nods.
Thank you.
Okay, and with that, you guys are going to, I'm assuming, follow Avalanche to her room in the inn, and we are going to take a break. So, hold on. Aside, so, like, we ask for the reviews before we sign off? Yeah, ask for reviews before we sign off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, back to, okay, press play, I guess. Okay. All right, so this was the first part of the Firebreathing Kittens episode. If you like our content and you want to see more, and if you want to see more intrigue, more secrets, more accusations or non-accusations of murder, please rate us and leave us a 5-star review. Our friend Jenny actually has thieved around and found one. So, Jenny, if you could please read the review for us, that would be great.
I have one. This is from Skirmish 345. He says, I need to see more Skirmish because Skirmish is the best and most awesomest Frank in the world. Wait a minute. Skirmish? What the heck?
I think my daughter may have written that one.
Well, I mean, if you want me to read it on air, here you go. Just make your daughter say it like he's a jerk.
Well, if you would like to leave us a review, it will be read on air. And joining us for this part of the episode were Skirmish.
Well, I'm excited to find out what happens next.
Walker. And Jenny.
My horn has already grown.
All right, we will be right back. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I miss you already.
All right. Everyone press stop recording.
We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Firebreathing Kittens podcast. This episode's shout out is from capital D, capital X, capital S, capital G, who says, quote, Tolly, you're the best half-elf wizard I could have dreamed of, and you're real. Thank you for these 2 years together. Happy anniversary. End quote. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. Is their birthday coming up? A special day? We can wish them a happy message on your behalf. You can arrange for us to read your shout out on air at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com through our partnership with the website Buy Me a Coffee. Do you enjoy reading books? You can find ebooks, paperbacks, and hardcover novels based on our adventures on Amazon.com. The authors do a great job of adapting the stories into fun novels. We also have official merchandise on Redbubble.com. Imagine owning a notebook with the Firebreathing Kittens logo on the front, or a t-shirt with one of your favorite characters. Lastly, we don't pay to advertise our show, so the only way we can grow is if you tell someone about us. Is there an episode that would make that person smile? Tell them about it. Thank you.
Okay, welcome back to the Fire-Breathing Kittens. Once again, we are joined after this break by Jenny,
Hi.
Skirmish,
Good day.
and Walker.
I'm just happy to be here.
All right, I'm going to roll a d20, and whoever rolls another d20 and is the closest to 10 can recap, if you so choose.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 16.
19, 16.
2.
Okay, I think the closest one there is the 16, so Skirmish.
Yeah.
Please
Hooray.
recap
All right.
what has happened the first part.
Perfect. This is my first recap. I'm very excited. So, there we are. We're starting on a ship. We're traveling from Nikamoy all the way around Guaso to the town of Jishop. The reason we're going there is because there's an outbreak of undead that need dealt with. So much so that the Fire-Breathing Kittens have a satellite office or guild hall in Jishop that is centered in a place called the Sleeping Panther Inn. While on the ship, Jenny is puking her guts out because she's not very good on a boat. But Walker, who introduces themselves, thank you, themselves, to Jenny, heals her and her sickness goes away. Beautiful picture. I get a letter from Nulasag, and it's a secret letter, and it talks about contacting my sister at the Sleeping Panther Inn, which by now my guild members know about. And so she's going by a name called Eva Tonks, but her name is Avalanche Killington. And hopefully we get to the bottom of why, what's happened in my past. So, we're traveling to Jishop. Jenny does a fantastic job of robbing the captain's quarters as well as the crew. Like, she gets in as much stealing as she can, as it turns out. But we're off limits because we're guild members, which is very nice because I don't like to get stolen from. Anyway, we get there. We get off the boat, not when we're supposed to. And when we arrive, there's a wanted poster with my face on it and like this 30,000 gold reward, which Jenny, her eyes get real big and like, oh, money for my hoard. And so she tries to handcuff me. I get out of it. We start talking. She's willing to trust me that it's not me it's 165 counts of murder. And then, while we're talking, the number keeps going up on the wanted poster. So it's clearly not me murdering people in Jishop. It's ridiculous, frankly. Anyway, Town Guard shows up, but by the time they show up, Jenny has given me quite a wonderful disguise with a Chaplin/Hitler mustache, and the Town Guard is none the wiser. We're able to escape their clutches and get to the Sleeping Panther Inn, where we contact quote-unquote Eva Tonks, who is actually Avalanche Killington, and she's about to reveal even more of the story. So that's where we're at, and that's from where we will continue.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, I want you guys to all roll a perception check just to see how perceptive you were on the walk to the end, like just realizing, because a lot has happened. So just to see.
I got a natural 1 for a 6.
Okay.
14.
14?
8.
8. Okay. Well, like one thing you guys haven't noticed is the hordes of undead that like have been said to be like around here. So like maybe they're just not in the part of town that you that you've seen. Walker, like it's kind of strange to you, like from how it was described you were expecting to see more. But like yeah, you guys haven't seen any so far, and that's a little bit strange they haven't seen any. But yeah.
30,000 for Skirmish, 30,000 for Skirmish, 30,000 for Skirmish.
Hey,
but now
hey.
his name is Frank.
Remember, it's a joke. It's not really me.
Yeah, you're Frank now.
Exactly.
30,000.
So yeah, you guys have followed Avalanche Killington into her in room, and there you see, it's just typical in room, you know. She has like some notes laid out on a desk, all that kind of stuff. And in the room with her are two elven ladies. One is a dark elf, about like 5'5", with dark grayish skin, like golden hair and emerald eyes. She's wearing basically like wizard's robes. Like she's like clearly some kind of magic person. She has like this book she's rifling through. And you also see this tall, beautiful golden elf, like a high elf with golden skin, golden hair, and golden eyes. She's wearing priestess robes with the symbol on them. Now, everyone who pays attention to religion and stuff, please give me a religion check.
I got a +1. I'll roll. Why not?
I got a natural 20 for a 19.
Why am I even a cleric? Okay, 16.
5.
Okay, Jenny, like it seems familiar. Might have seen it somewhere else. The other two recognize it instantly as the symbol of Torm, a god of protection and etc. Especially you, Skirmish. He's commonly worshipped in your village.
Yeah, that's my god.
So yeah, those two are kind of like sitting on the on the bed, and then they kind of look up as Avalanche leads you three in, and their eyes widen because they recognize you. They recognize you guys, especially Skirmish.
Hello, ladies. I'm Skirmish.
Fred.
No, it's okay. We can drop the pseudonyms.
Okay, so then the golden one kind of like gets up and goes to shake your hand, Skirmish, and says, "Oh, pleased to meet you, Skirmish. I recognized you right away, and these must be two
Is it by his wanted Forrester?
Well, yes. To put it plainly. And then the other one like kind of jumps up and says, "Hello, I am Kyra, and oh my god, it is Skirmish. It is Jenny."
You know me?
Jenny Cud, oh my god, I've heard so much about you. You are really cool. And then Remedy's just like, oh yes, this is Kyra. She's my half sister. And oh, I haven't seen one of those and then she like looking at Walker. Huh, very interesting. I thought they were all lost.
This is a walker.
Well, the one and only, not A, but you know what? There's a lot to unpack with what you've just said, so let's move on with the core business. Ava here said we should speak to you.
Oh, yes, about the matter at hand with the village of Tyrants. This is Remedy. And Avalanche kind of like sits down at the desk and nods and says, "Yes, these two have been investigating with me and helping me. And they're from this organization. What was it again?" And then Remedy kind of like pulls out a badge and it says letters PLEASE on it. And Walker, give me a history check.
Sure.
Because you recognize those letters.
Please, that's what it spells.
Well, it's one of the best words in the common language, but I rolled a 10.
10. Yeah, you definitely heard of this. Please is an organization. The person who built you actually worked for this organization. You know, it's an organization that protects people, and it's not one that a lot of people know about. It's basically the FBI of this world. The rest of you guys, you see, it spells please. Yeah, you wouldn't know any more about that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Fred, that spells please.
Okay, so, well, you're welcome.
Oh, it is our organization. We protect people from threats to the material plane. Not many people know about us, so prefer to keep this under wraps.
It sounds like Go ahead.
What's the acronym stand for?
And then Kyra pipes up and says, "Protection and litigation from," and Remedy kind of finishes her sentences, "from evil, aberrant, and salacious entities." suspicious entities.
I didn't hear an
salacious
L in
entity.
there.
Litigation. Protection and litigation.
Yeah.
It's an acronym.
I'm suspect with this.
That sounds like a pretty big job protecting the material plane. That's a big place.
Oh, there are a few of us. Yeah, we go back a long way. But, anyways, yes, I am a priestess of Tom, and this is a wizard. She specializes in time magic.
I'm half time dragon.
And yeah, you see Kyra, like, her eyes go wide and she's like, yes, you are Jenny of the Crowds. Yes,
Yeah.
it is very interesting. I know a lot about time dragons. Jenny, give me an insight check.
Okay.
She seems really excited about time dragons.
I got a +0 in that, so it's going to really be bad. That's going to be a 4.
4. She's really excited about time dragons. And it's
Yeah,
nice to
she
meet you.
is. Yeah, she is.
So, yeah. Back to the topic at hand. They're about to reveal some stuff. So, Avalanche kind of like begins with saying, well, what I know so far is that there is a sect of evil druids in the Vale of Shadows where well, it is really cursed. But apparently they're more than just druids. Apparently they're necromancers and demon worshippers and a lot of unsavory folks there.
Can I, like, ascertain how sure she seems of the things she's saying?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
That is a 27.
So, like, she's obviously been on this, like, case for a long time. She seems like it's a bit more complicated than she can grasp, kind of. Like, that's kind of what you're getting at. It's a lot of magic stuff, and she's not, like, a mage.
Okay.
And, yeah, like, she knows that there's something wrong, kind of, and she knows who is being affected, but not, like, the specifics of it.
Okay.
I guess our parents and a lot of the elders seem to be under some kind of mind control, and that is why I cannot go back there just yet, because they are out to get me, to imprison me, because they think I have something to do with the slaughter. They are refusing to do any kind of investigation or anything, and it is just all very suspicious.
Avalanche, I never meant for you to get involved in something like this. I'm sorry that you have to be on the run like I am.
Well, you're my brother, and I know you never would have done what they accused you of, slaughtering your entire platoon. I mean, you said that you were under some kind of weird spell where you felt like killing everyone, and you didn't, and they did.
Right. They all
that's what you
killed each
told me.
other.
Yeah, and I don't think you would have killed them. And whoever came back, I know for a fact that it wasn't really them, because... And then she pulls out the kind of sash that you remember taking off of their corpse. They would never have dropped this anywhere. It was someone else lying. But then when I brought it up, they were like, no, they did not believe me.
So who's behind this? Do you have any idea then?
Oh, that is where they come in. They were investigating too. And Remedy kind of says, well, yes, the Vale of Shadows has been quite a contentious area. Well, because of the druids, because they were pushed back there by, well, our combined efforts. And then she kind of gestures at you two, Walker, because you were like part of the ones who drew back the ones who, like the forces that were fighting for the Great Old One. So, yeah, like there was also that going on. So then Remedy just goes and says, well, they are not just druids, it turns out. They're worshipping a false goddess. There was once this nature spirit named Brinakti, but they are no longer worshipping her. They're worshipping what they think is her, but really is a demonic spider goddess who controls undead and minds. Because those druids, they had different powers. They could control the weather and wildfires and people and plants. They couldn't control people's minds and undead. So this spider demon goddess seems to have eluded us once again.
Is that why there's an increase of undead here in Jishop, or why are you here exactly?
Oh, because the undead just in this past few hours, they seem to have all gone away from Jishop. They were swarming in the streets and attacking people, but then they all went in one direction toward the Veil of Shadows. There aren't any left in the city, so now we are trying to figure out why. And it is interesting, actually, that we have all three of you here. You are half time dragon, so you. Kyra can explain to you what role you could possibly have in this. You, Walker, are part of the people part of the army that first pushed back these druids before they became demon worshippers. And you, Skirmish, you are a key piece to the puzzle because you are the only one who survived the slaughter of the Veil of Shadows. So you might have more information or some way to escape their magic.
I was under the impression they were killed out back in my day.
Almost. They just stuck to the Veil of Shadows, created these creatures that prevented anyone, especially members of Please, because members of Please, a lot of them have something in common. A lot of the members are in fact dragons, so they have special things against dragons. So we cannot fight them, most of us, but some of us can.
Well, I'll add that to the list of old messes left to clean up.
Oh yes, and Remedy's gonna look at Kyra. Like Remedy kind of like scratches the back of her head, just like and then Kyra pipes and says, "Oh yes, we did try to go back in time and kill this goddess, but there was a mishap because when you tried to go thousands of years back in time, weird things happen, and we seem to have gotten the original spirit back. I don't know what happened to her though. She went into my body and then she left it. I think she might have gone back to the Veil of Shadows or something."
I'm sorry. Are you talking about time travel?
Oh yes, it is something that time wizards and time dragons can do.
All right. Okay. Continue.
So yeah, like they kind of like look at each other and say, well, we know a lot about this topic. We have been researching, but we have not been able to get at it. So that is something that we wanted you to investigate, and also because proving that there is some entity behind this is something that would exonerate you, Skirmish. Oh yes, and also I've noticed the wanted poster, but I know it is not you because you are in Nikamui. I know some Firebreathing Kittens, and they see you there all the time.
Right. So do you know who's behind that? Or does that even matter? Should we go ahead and go and try to find out what's going on in the Veil of Shadows? Because I am in. If I can exonerate myself, I will absolutely do it.
Avalanche pipes up and says, well then, it is probably the same person that impersonated the fallen soldier that lost his sash, but obviously was not really a fallen soldier. I think someone is trying to get you locked up so that you cannot, because you survived, probably. Because they wouldn't want you around, because, yeah, that is probably why. And then Remedy's gonna say, yes, unfortunately, everyone we've sent, we haven't sent very many of our own agents, but the ones that we have, we had to go back and get them from a different timeline because they succumbed to the magic. No one seems to be able to resist it. And what is it about you that makes you resist it?
I have no idea. But if I am, I'd like to use that against them if I can. And then Skirmish would like to turn to Walker and Jenny and say, look, what I saw was pretty horrific, and I do not want anything like that to happen to you. And it's completely up to you if you'd like to risk yourselves for this, but I will not ask you to endanger yourself
Friend,
but I could use it.
this is what I was built for.
Well, thank you.
What's the pay?
Oh, this goes under a special job. There is actually one that was posted today in the guild board. Did you not see the board with all the flyers on it?
The only poster I saw was the one for $30,000 for Frank or Fred, whatever you want to be going by now. The mass murderer, serial killer, Skirmish.
So, just to be clear, Jenny uses a lot of slang, and when she says dollars, she means gold.
Oh yes, I've heard that expression before. It runs in certain circles. But the gold payout for this job, being a special job, is 50,000 per guild member. To figure out why these undead are all going toward the Veil of Shadows and why they've left here, so that perhaps they can be put to an end, or whatever's going on there can be put to an end.
So 150K, okay.
Yes. And perhaps if you're able to find whoever's impersonating Skirmish, it would be another 30,000.
Oh, that's right. We can find the actual guy who's doing the murdering and not me.
Well, I mean, either one works. It's an extra 30K.
Well, the gradually increasing number of murder victims doesn't imply to me that probably is related to the demon worshippers in the Veil of Shadows. That sounds like some death magic.
Well, that one's more local if we want to try to find the impersonator. Veil of Shadows, of course, means more to me personally, but I'm willing to do whatever is most helpful or whatever you guys want to do.
I'm getting the weird sense these two problems are very closely related.
I heard time stuff, and I'm a time dragon.
Oh yes, and I will be going with you. Says Kyra.
Perfect.
Don't you got more investigating to do? I mean, we're here with the Firebreathing Kittens Guild, of course, doing the groundwork. I'm not sure about hiring outside contractors.
Well, if our job is to try to find these undead, and they've all left Jishop for another location, we should go to that location and try to take care of it.
Yeah, I suppose we need a guide.
Yes, I will be your guide, and perhaps so can Avalanche if you want to join. And if you are, of course, comfortable with your sister coming as well. Skirmish, what? I don't know. Avalanche? And Avalanche will just look at Kyra and say, I have to get her accent. I'm doing a lot of accents here, guys.
You're doing great.
So Avalanche is going to go ahead and say, perhaps I can. I can do some healing, and I can at least accompany you to Tyrants or the Veil of Shadows. I don't know how good I will be in a fight, but I can try to heal.
That's good enough for me.
So yeah, Avalanche is going to come, and so is Kyra. I will come in case you need to go back in time, because I have that kind of I can make that kind of magic.
I probably can too.
Something tells me time traveling willy-nilly might be a last pick.
Oh, definitely. There is a lot that can go wrong. As we can see, once we tried to go back in time and killed one of the members of Please's father, and we had to go back farther in time and fix that, because that was kind of the leader, and we couldn't kill that person's father because they would not have been born, and that would have created a great time paradox. Anyways.
Skirmish will look around very confused at that explanation, like, okay.
Wizards.
Whatever you say.
Well, it's like throwing a dwarf through a ring, and now he thinks they're my grandfather.
He will stare at Jenny and go, okay. Whatever you say.
Walker is going to gesture towards this high elf in priest robes and say, we never got your name exactly.
Oh, I'm Remedy. Priestess Remedy.
You're the Remedy?
Of Torm, right?
Yes. Yes, I go to various places around Guaso and draws and, well, perform acts of service for Tom.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
Well, when do...
I didn't know your maker personally, but my father knew him. So, yeah, I knew about you.
Well, then I guess that puts us at a bit of a disadvantage. Skirmish, as you were saying?
I was going to say, when do we start? I'm ready to go.
Whenever. I'll be here in case more kittens want to take that special job, or, well, I have my own things to do, but, well, Kyra, you know how to reach me if you need me. And then Remedy's just gonna, smile at everyone and leave.
Fred, I think we started a half hour ago.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sounds good. Then we're about 30 minutes behind. We should be getting drinks before we go, don't you think?
I have some milk.
Oh, that's right, you're one.
Yeah.
Walker, do you drink anything?
Motor oil.
I take personal offense to that. No, I have a very refined palate. I was built with culture in mind, so I'm capable of processing a wide number of liquids. I prefer not to take intoxicating substances, though. Partially because I don't think they would work because I am made of metal, and partially because, well, religion's religion.
No, I understand. No problem. That's more for me then. So I'll take 3 drinks to go, and those will be for me later.
What about our milk? Me and
Oh, yeah.
and Walker.
Well, milk for those 2 then. 3 ales, 2 milks, and I guess a water.
And Avalanche and Kyra are both gonna partake as well. She gets 3 ales. Because, you guys are related, you know. And
Yeah.
then Kyra says, 2 shots of your finest brandy, please. And she puts extra gold on the table. Oh, you cannot... time magic and drinking, they go hand in hand. Well, perhaps one day, Jenny.
What animal is this milk from?
Human.
That's why I drink ale. It's disgusting.
I'm gonna have to say no.
The water genasi bartender says, human milk, that's not something we hear often, but I'm gonna check in the back to see if they have human milk.
Wow, Jashop really has everything.
I rolled a 1 on D20. I'll say that's sign for yes. He brings you a glass of white liquid that looks similar to the white liquid that was in the vial that Jenny found earlier.
I'll just have a virgin Guauso sunrise.
Coming right up. The bartender pours you a drink. He's like, fire breathing, and then he waters under his breath. Fire breathing kittens, man. Yeah, you guys get your drinks. Yeah. So, what are you guys doing? Where are you guys planning to go? Want to try to find the impersonator first, or Veil of Shadows first?
I feel like the only solid lead we have is the Veil of Shadows. That's the only one we got a location for, so...
Well, we also have this poster for $30,000 or gold for Skirmish. So we have 2 leads.
Right, but that lead would imply that we are turning Skirmish in, and I'm not sure that would be a wise first move.
So second?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I've been to the Veil of Shadows before, so I would know my way a little bit around there. And as far as this impersonator, we could find out where the murders are happening and maybe lay a trap.
Oh, I know about traps. The guys over in the guild hall, they were talking about thirst traps. I don't know what.
Jenny,
I don't know what it is, but we can do one.
Well, you say we, but no, I think we should avoid thirst traps. That's not exactly what you think they are. But
Why,
that's
what
great.
are they?
Well,
Isn't it when you get somebody really, really thirsty and they want water?
we'll go with
That's
that.
just inhumane.
Yeah, we'll go with that then. But I don't think it'll work.
Ah, yes, of course. Water You see Kyra's just like, she looks very mischievous right now. She knows
I give
exactly
her a
what's
thumbs
happening.
up, like a slightly visible, yeah, good.
She just giggles. And then she says, "So are we ready?"
Whenever you are.
Right as rain.
All right. So
I guess.
also, Jenny, do you drink the human milk?
Oh, yeah.
It tastes mostly like milk. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you're
yeah, it's
half
milk.
dragon, you're half Loxodon. You can't really tell the difference between different kinds of milks.
At least tell me it was consent milk.
It was consent brand human milk.
Oh, thank God.
They're really expanding their operations.
It was a lot more expensive than regular milk. It was like 10 gold, which is
Well,
like
that's okay.
yeah.
Skirmish paid for it.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, yeah, that's true, I did.
Oh my god. So, yeah, I mean, when you guys exit the establishment, it's like afternoon, kind of. And it's just like regular Jisho business, just less people, a lot fewer people than normally would be in a city, like in downtown. But other than that, like, it seems pretty regular. Everyone give me a perception check.
I assume Skirmish's disguise is still working.
That natural one disguise.
Speaking of, Nat 1.
Okay. Get him out now, I guess.
What do I see?
What was this?
Perception.
Tell me what my robot eyes see.
I got a perception of 24.
14.
So, Skirmish, you're the only one who sees that black hooded figure that you've seen before on the docks. You see them on a roof, perched on a roof, like one foot dangling over the edge, and then kind of like perks up as soon as you walk out, and then goes in and like tries to hide, tries to go in the alley next to it, but you can still kind of see where they went.
All right, so I will immediately communicate to my guildmates, follow me, and then I will run toward the alley he ducked into and chase him. Or her.
Or them.
Correct. That person I will chase.
So yeah.
I'll be right behind.
All right.
Well, I guess I'll join.
And your NPCs followed as well.
Excellent.
Yeah. All the NPCs.
So then they're running. Okay, you're running into an alley. Cool. You're chasing this person. Skirmish, you kind of get like you have eyes on this person for like a second before they duck it. Like they duck into the alleyway, and there's like there's like your typical medieval alleyway with trash and stuff like this. Plenty of places to hide. They go try to hide, and what is the stealth modifier? Oh great. Oh yeah, roll a 24, so you still see where they are. They went behind a pile of trash and are waiting there.
All right, so I will leap and strike them with my hammer, but in a non-lethal way, because I don't know, I don't know how much they can handle. You know what I mean?
I know
Those
what
classic
you mean.
non-lethal hammer swings.
As you jump toward them, they throw a dagger at you, but does it 12 hit?
It does not hit, no.
It misses you, and it ricochets off of the wall. Everyone, roll initiative, please.
All right.
And Skirmish, you got one attack in, but we'll do that after your...
Okay. I got a 12. Well, I guess we'll wait until Walker comes back.
All right, I will also be right back. Yeah, you guys have your initiative,
Okay.
ready. And pre-roll any damage, dice of damage as well that you're doing.
My initiative's 23. Haha.
Holy smoke. You're like that scene in The Matrix where it's like, I've never seen anybody move that fast before.
It is 3 hours past my bedtime, so I am not bored. The yawning is because I'm tired.
Well, that's nice. I was like, man, I hope it's not too slow for him. I know there's a lot of pockets to pick.
Yeah, no, not enough loot. If there's no loot, I'm out.
You know, you got that top initiative. That would be a killer first move. It's like I go up to them and pick their pocket.
You know what? I can hide really, really, really well. I have a plus 15 in stealth.
That's astonishing to me.
All right, so far we've got Jenny with 23, Skirmish with 12. What was your initiative, Walker?
Oh, he's not back
He's
yet.
not back yet.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I am not bored. It is 3 hours past my bedtime, so if I'm yawning, it's because I'm exhausted.
Understandable.
So I'm just saying it's after my bedtime.
Okay. So to resume, so we've got Jenny with 23, Skirmish with 12. What did you roll, Walker, for initiative?
2.
2. Okay, great. You go after this person who got a 10. Let me just put that in order. So, and yeah, Skirmish, roll your attack, because you were attacking her with your hammer, like in a way that was non-lethal.
Okay. Natural 1. I got a 12.
Yeah, 12 does not hit, unfortunately. So this person kind of like
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
this person just like kind of rolls out of the way, but like in plain sight where everyone can now see them.
Well, I do get 2 attacks though, so can I roll again?
Well, you can roll again on your turn. This is kind of like before initiative kind of stuff
Okay.
happening. Like
Yeah, no
like,
problem.
They got a dagger off. You got a hammer thing off. Jenny, it is your turn. What are you doing? You can now see the person who's rolled into the alley.
I'm sneaking behind her and picking her pockets.
Roll first. Okay, so I'm assuming like the bonus action is sneaking, and then the action is picking pockets.
Yes, the bonus action is stealth, and then the action is picking the pockets.
Okay, roll your 2 things.
Stealth is a natural 20, so that's going to be a 40.
40. Nice. It's funny because she rolled a natural 20. Like she rolled a natural. It's a she. She rolled a natural 20 to see you and got 30.
And then the picking of the pockets 39.
39. Yeah.
I
Definitely
rolled a
doesn't
19 for that.
Rogues, man.
So do I get a weapon too?
Yeah, actually, you pick her pockets and you find 6 daggers, and they have like some kind of like oil slick thing on them. Yeah, you get
6 daggers with oil slick.
You don't manage to get her weapon, which is a long sword. She's holding that.
Okay.
She does not notice you pickpocket her or sneak behind her, so you are now hidden from her view and from everyone's view. You just like with your wings, you blended into the pile of garbage, and basically it looks like you were always there.
You look like
just
trash.
call Jenny garbage?
Well, you're doing a very good job hiding in a trash-filled alley.
Oh, we're gonna have words after this.
Just take a shower, Jenny. It's okay.
Okay, any movement?
Fred!
Any movement? Jenny,
I did in the shower. It's fine.
are you moving anywhere? Like moving away or just staying in place?
I'm sorry, what?
So yeah, are you like moving anywhere? So you got your bonus action, your action, like any movement that you're doing?
I think the movement was the sneaking up behind them to rob them.
Okay, Skirmish, you're up next.
Okay, so it says as part of my first action, I could use my bonus action. Hold on, I got to look this up. I'm sorry.
You're forgiven.
Thank you. I was on the wrong page of my sheet. So when I make my first attack of my turn, I can decide to attack recklessly, which will give me advantage on a melee attack roll, which I will choose to do. Also, I can, as part of a bonus action, I can enter rage and move half my speed, but I'm already there. So I will rage as my bonus action. And when that happens, I get to use my wild surge table. So I roll a d8. I got a 1, which means shadowy tendrils, lash around you. Each creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet of me, which is this person, must succeed on a constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. And I will gain 1d12 temporary hit points after that.
Oh, my Lanta.
Okay.
Well, you can't see me, so you can't target
So
me.
Constitution
blah.
saving throw.
No, I'm just selecting the cloaked figure, not the invisible giant dragon lady.
Okay, that'll be a 16.
I believe that fails. 17 is the DC.
Oh, okay. So how much damage does this person take?
Oh, shoot. I forgot to roll it. Sorry. 1d12. I got an 11. So they take 11 damage. And that's before I'm doing anything else. So they take 11. I get 11 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack recklessly.
All right.
So I get an advantage with my hammer. Ooh, this is exciting. I got a unnatural 20.
Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
All right. Let's see. That is a 15 plus 2 because I'm raging 17 damage.
Okay.
Then I will... Go ahead.
Any more damage on that roll, or is that just the first one?
That's just the first one. I get to attack again, if that's all right.
All right. Yeah, roll your second attack.
All right. That is a 22.
That hits.
All right. And the damage there is a 9.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, 11. I forgot to add 2 for the rage.
Okay.
And while I'm swinging, I'm telling them, it's like, who are you? Why are you following us? Like, really interrogating them while I'm beating them.
Okay, and like kind of as they're taking the blows from your hammer, like kind of trying to avoid them as best as they can, the hood falls off, revealing a head of long white hair in a braid, piercing blue eyes and tan skin. Jenny, roll a quick history check. This person looks vaguely familiar to you.
Uh-oh. History.
Yeah.
That's a +1, so 8.
8. They look vaguely familiar to you. You probably saw them when you were like an even younger baby.
That's only a year.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is actually Crystal LeBlanc, so I'm going to refer to her as Crystal. None of you guys know her, but yeah, she's going to actually respond and say, I'm only after you, Skirmish. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the rest of these guys are doing, but I'm only after you. Like, you murdered people. I don't. And then she's going to like, with her longsword, she's going to try to, oh, actually, she has a reaction. Right. She reduced some of the damage done to her by 10 because she parried that last hammer strike. The first hammer strike.
Okay.
I forgot that she can do that. So she's gonna like kind of roll out of right under a hammer, but still within your range, and she is going to try to hit you twice. So that's a 27 to hit.
That certainly hits.
She does. That's just a 2. So 6 damage with the first one.
All right. What kind of damage is it?
It's non-magical slashing damage.
Okay, I have resistance to that while I'm raging, so that's okay. So that's 3.
Good to know. 25 to hit for the second attack.
That hits as well.
And yeah, she got not much. Another 7 damage.
Okay. So another 3. Perfect.
And she just says, I'm just after your bounty, man, and to stop the murder that's on the loose. Where are you guys Firebreathing Kittens tattoos?
Mine is a vinyl decal applied to my ankle.
Okay, so she wouldn't probably see it right away. Skirmish.
Mine is across the fingers of my right hand, so as I'm swinging this hammer at her non-lethally, might I remind you, she can see it right across my fingers as I'm bashing her, again, non-lethally.
You're a Firebreathing Kitten? What? And that's the end of her. That's the end of her turn. Walker, it is your turn. She's in front of Skirmish, trying to slash him with the sword, and he's fighting her with a hammer.
I am going to cast Hold Person on her.
That is a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wisdom is pretty high. That'll be a 17.
And okay, she saves. Guys, okay, let's not rush to murder attempts. Any way we can talk this out?
Okay, so then, yeah, she answers, and she's just like, well, I studied Skirmish Killington. I've almost caught him before, and now I'm finally have him. Just let me have this.
Well, it seems like you're outnumbered and he is whooping you, so you might want to reconsider.
Okay, Okay, well, if you if you want to do a persuasion check, you could try to do that on your next turn. We are still initiative, and she's still like she's still like trying to she's still attacking. She's still like clearly intending to attack Skirmish.
All right.
Jenny, it is your turn.
Yes, I'm trying to do some calculations. So, she takes out her dagger, which is the special one she got from the judge episode, which is the dagger of venom, and she says the command word, "Poison the sumbitch," and stabs it right between her ribs.
Okay, roll your attack with advantage, because you're hidden.
That's a natural 20.
Okay, and I believe the sneak attack is double too, right? All right, roll your damage, your insane amount of damage.
So that's going to be oh, jeez. That's including sneak attack is double?
I believe, like, if you're rogue and you crit, I believe sneak attack is doubled, right?
I think it's all the dice that you
Yeah.
roll.
You're the DM.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
well,
gonna
in
be
that
doubled.
case, it's going to be 56 damages to the rib.
Okay,
Grief.
let me just see something real quick, because she does...
They are also poisoned. Oh, they also take 2d10 poison.
Is
so
that like the
I
regular
have-
one, or is that like the crit number of dice? Is it like 2d10 is regular?
I haven't even rolled the poison damage
Okay.
yet. The poison damage is 22.
Okay, so you said it was 59 and then 22?
56 and 22, plus they are poisoned for 1 minute.
Okay. 6 plus 22, 78. Ooh, that is a good chunk of damage. Oh, math. Why am I not using something to calculate this for me?
And just so you know, poison means that for the next 10 rounds, they have a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay,
So, I mean, she doesn't get any extra damage.
good to know. Yeah, like that. It's like you do stick it right between her ribs, and she kind of like groans in pain because she has uncanny dodge, but she could not see you, so she could not use her uncanny dodge. She has uncanny dodge and parry.
And Jenny uses her bonus action to hide.
Okay, roll your stealth.
That's gonna be a 31.
Oh my god, this one rolled another natural 20 for a total of 30. So you still are hidden from view.
Incredible.
I rolled a 16 to get to 31.
Okay, Ava enters this round. She's going to cast Healing Word for you, Skirmish. She's not very high level, so it's just going to be 6 healing. You take 6 healing.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Skirmish, it's your turn.
All right, I'd like to speak to her and say, look, I'm not murdering anyone. I just showed up today. So I'm willing to not bash you in if you'll just listen to me.
Give me a persuasion check.
What is her race?
She's a human. Yeah, like you can
Okay.
see, like she has like she has white hair. She has like the human ears.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to
And-
15.
And blood coming out of her ribs.
Oh yeah, definitely. She's like holding that area, and she's like, I mean, if you want to talk, I mean, I don't. She looks at the rest of you, kind of like, I don't suppose I have much of a choice here.
Like,
I'm hidden.
I'm not the murdering kind. I just want to find out why you're following us. And now, I mean, you've mentioned you're trying to get the bounty, but it's not me. In fact, we're trying to find and I don't know if this is all in the 6 seconds. We're trying to find an imposter.
Okay, so she's stopped combat. Walker, are you going to try to attack or anything? She's kind of like against the wall, leaning on it.
1 second. I am. Oh, I thought I had a spell that cured poisoning, but apparently I do not.
Well, the poison's just disadvantage on rolls, so it's fine.
Okay. I am going to pull out my medical kit to try to stop this bleeding while she begins fessing up to what's going on.
Yeah, she's got a bit of blood kind of trickling out of her mouth too, she's like, where did this? She's like looking around to try to see where did it come from, this poison dagger.
All right, so I think maybe you've got the point that we could murder you, but aren't. So, as an exchange of trust, why don't you just talk a little with us? Then maybe after our discussion, you can decide whether or not to continue trying to murder us and inevitably failing.
She sees like the wizard behind you as well. Just like she hasn't really done anything. She's kind of like looking, like, you know how like a bird of prey kind of looks at something with its head cocked. Yeah, kind of like that. She's just like, I mean, if you say that you're a fire-breathing kitten, I don't think you would be. If you were murdering people, they would have caught you a while ago. Yeah, what's going on? I mean, I just saw Skirmish Killington murder someone like 50 minutes ago, and tried to follow him and found you.
Did he have this fancy mustache right here?
He looked just like you. Other than that, no. But that's just, I mean, I can see that's a disguise. I saw that like the instant I saw you at the docks.
Wow, you're very, well, you've noticed then that I've had this the whole time. The guy you saw kill the other man, if he didn't have that, then that's somebody else.
Jenny appears right in front of her, eye to eye. He's been with us for the last 50 minutes. This one is not guilty.
Crystal kind of like at that, she kind of just like tries to stand up, but like she's...
Jenny puts her hand on her head and tells her, just stay, babe. Just stay.
Crystal says, I am so confused. So, you're not... What?
How about you just start with your name, hon?
Oh, I'm Crystal LeBlanc. I'm a bounty hunter. Well, I've been to a lot of jobs and did a stint with the mafia, but we don't need to talk about that. But yeah, I'm a bounty hunter, and I was just after the bounty and trying to stop this murder in Jishop. So that's what I was doing. That's what I am.
Now you said you witnessed some of these murders?
Yeah, like 2 of them. Like I saw someone who looked just like you, like running out, but then he was always too fast, and then he would just hide somewhere, and I wouldn't see him. Like he would disappear completely from view as soon as I went to where he was. Usually he would go into a crowded place.
I will say I'm not the hiding type. I mean, barring this mustache disguise. But I'm still in plain view, as you can obviously see. That does not sound like my style at all.
I'm good at seeing things from a distance. Yeah, like I noticed that he didn't have the mustache when I saw him 50 minutes ago, but like I assume he just took it off. But he didn't have anything on his knuckles. They were bare. You have a tattoo on your knuckles, a Firebreathing Kittens one.
Correct, I got that about a year ago.
And Firebreathing Kittens are, yeah, they're good. They kill giant worms. And yeah, like Firebreathing Kittens have helped me out before. Like I trust them.
Well, Fred here is not the murderer. You saw the murderer. So show us where you last saw him, and maybe we can track him from there. We can track fake Fred.
What are the victims like? Is he targeting anyone in particular?
They've been completely random, to be honest. I mean, it's just been... She kind of just, like, winces, because she tries to stand up again.
Sit down, and she puts her hand back on her head and keeps her on the floor.
Well, if you want me to show you guys where it is, I gotta go to it.
Okay, I'll carry you.
Okay, cool. I was going to pick it up, but you got it.
Oh, we can both do it.
I don't know if she would find that awkward.
Doesn't matter. She's not in any shape to argue.
I'll let you take care of it then, but if you get tired, I'll take over.
Yeah, I still, I mean, maybe you just made the Firebreathing Kittens mark appear on it. I don't, yeah, okay. She's gonna point to Jenny.
Okay, you.
What did you ask me again?
Where are we going? Where's the last time you saw Fred?
Oh, yeah, he asked about his victims too. I mean, they're just usually regular people. I mean, he especially seems to like murdering people who really like just innocent people. She would chase them down into an alley, sometimes like run after them, sometimes he would lure them there. Like they're like, yeah, the last one was just a 14-year-old human. Like I'll
You killed a kid, Fred?
Again, it wasn't me.
Oh, right, I got confused.
You guys got a map of this place so I can show you, because I know the streets pretty well by now.
Kind of.
Skirmish does.
I show her the map that we got from the ship.
Okay, so then she kind of like looks at it and then tries to like find, and like was like she looks at it. So it's 15 Poplar Street was what was the house he last went to. Yeah. Behind that house is where I saw the murder happen. And then he...
Poplars? Any
Poplars.
relation?
Wait, what are you asking?
Poplars? Any relation to the yummy meat?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was just the tree, but maybe it is the meat. Who knows these days what things are named after?
I am going to cast Healing Word on Crystal here. Mm-hmm. I think we might need to make use of your bounty hunting services if we come across this skirmish. You mind coming along with us?
Well, yeah. I mean, if this isn't the skirmish we're looking for, I bet there's still a reward for him. So, yeah. I want to stop the murders and get the 30 grand.
All right. I heal them for 8, and I am also healed up to full.
Cool.
After he does that, I would like to use bolstering magic, and I've rolled, and Walker will get a level 2 spell slot restored or lower.
Wow.
Epic.
So
She still has 70 damage.
yeah, like she had 100. She was pretty tanky. Like she's like the way I pictured it. She's like good at avoiding the blows and making them not as bad. But like he brought her down to 45 from 150. So I mean, yeah. Do you pull out the dagger that's between her ribs?
Oh, yeah, no, it didn't stay there.
Yeah, I guess that's why she was bleeding more, because she didn't take it out herself because she knows that.
Yeah, no, it's stab, twist, pull.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Yep. Okay.
They technically get 3 more healing as well.
So 11. Okay.
Yeah.
She has 56.
Yeah,
hit points.
level 14 cleric can heal 11 while the level 14 rogue does 80 damage.
That's why we're a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to heal the enemy.
Okay, so then she just goes to Jenny like, hey, riding a half dragon is pretty cool, but I think, but here, if you could put me down, I could like take you there quicker. I know a few shortcuts.
Jenny drops her.
She just like stands up like quickly and gracefully, just says, okay, come on, I'll show you. And then she like kind of like whips her cloak behind her. And she doesn't put her hood back up because, well, she doesn't need to hide her identity anymore.
I am going to pull out my shield and walk directly next to Crystal in case she tries to make a move.
Okay. Good to know. She kind of like side eyes you and says, she kind of like smirks and she's like, as if I'd try that. Yeah, she leads you to the house. And it's currently like surrounded by the fantasy equivalent of police do not cross tape, which is like, I'll just say it's blue and yellow ribbon.
All right, so where do we look?
There are actually currently guards everywhere, and they do notice you skirmish, and they're kind of like look at you and then look at Crystal and say like, you bringing him in or what? And then she's like,
I elbow her after she gets asked that and say, no, tell them my name is Dermish Shillington.
This is Dermish Shillington. He's just like he's another Goliath who looks like Skirmish Killington, but isn't really. He's a Firebreathing Kitten. He's one of like the guild who's like helping the city, you know? And
Oh, so they all look the same to you? Is that what you're saying?
to the guards, yeah. To me, I spent a long time studying them, but not everyone has, you know? So then she's pretty...
Yeah,
she's
cops
pretty
are racist. Come on now.
And the guard kind of says, okay, well, I mean, if he's with you, then fine. And kind of steps aside and lets you guys go to investigate the murder scene if you guys...
I would like to.
Yeah.
Jenny wants to rob the cops as she goes through.
Amazing. Roll for it.
That is so bold.
That's gonna be a... It's gonna be a 40.
Yeah, they have no idea. Like it was while she was like kind of talking to one of them, you just like had your wing like around her or something, and they have no idea what's happening. You get their handcuffs.
How many?
Let's roll for it. You pickpocket. Oh, just that one guy.
Okay, so I have 2 handcuffs now.
Yeah. No one else noticed you doing this. Of course. Yeah. You guys follow her to the back of the house?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep right by Crystal the whole way.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you see a scene like there's a lot of blood and some gore and stuff, but like, I mean, obviously the body was removed and taken for like, I don't know, preparing or whatever, but yeah, I mean, a murder happened here and a very brutal one at that.
So where's the body? We gotta do an autopsy.
Oh, I mean, the body was already taken to the whoever does autopsies here. It's like some
coroner?
cleric or something. Yeah,
My
the
mommy?
coronary cleric. Yeah, whatever it's called.
The coronary cleric.
Yeah, it's usually some holy person that does this.
As long as they're not put on a burn pile, we can find out something.
I'm going to try to take a look around to see if I might see anything specifically out of place or maybe any witnesses hiding around.
As he does that, I would also like to use my magic awareness, which is kind of like a detect magic, but it's more intrinsic. And so anything within 60 feet of me, any spell or magic item, I get to sense.
Okay. Oh, actually.
And while they do that, Jenny is going to case the place and take anything of value.
Okay. Jenny and Walker make investigation checks.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah. You don't get. I mean, there aren't any witnesses there. Any witnesses have already been like taken into custody and all that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, they've been taken for like for questioning and witness protection, all that kind of stuff. So like there aren't any witnesses around. You have a feeling that like the person who knows the most about this here right now is probably Crystal, because she's, I don't know, she's still helping on the case. Yeah, that's the kind of feeling you get. Skirmish, with your magical awareness, you detect faint traces of, you detect Ekenblim dust everywhere. You also detect like faint traces of enchantment magic, but nothing like in a particular spot. Not really. It's just kind of there. And Jenny, you're stealing stuff and you find some trinkets.
The investigation was 18.
Oh, okay. For investigation,
That's what you asked for?
Yes,
If you want to be stealing stuff, I can roll that too.
sure, roll that too, because with your investigation, you would have been looking for stuff to steal, but also looking around for stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see that there are footprints that are the same size as Skirmish's footprints leading to it and leading like away from it, because it's kind of like muddy, bloody, etc. There's also a bit of like a blood trail heading back toward the streets, kind of.
Okay, stealing was 34.
Yeah, you find more trinkets. I'm gonna, I'll just say, you find 4 small trinkets, which will be rolled later. But one of them, I'll roll right now because it would have belonged to the victim. You can use that for something, possibly. So, a goldfinch's wing. The child kept a wing of a bird. And that you find that close to where most of the blood spatters are.
Hey, Fred, there's some footsteps that look just like yours. And don't worry about this wing.
Well, that wing looks gross. But so did the footsteps. Where did the footsteps go? And I'm sensing dust all over the place. I'm guessing either the body had dust in it and they're taking out people with dust or people that are infected with it, or they're just spreading it around because they're Ekkenblim themselves.
I don't know what you just said, but there's footsteps.
Do I know if the Ekkenblim have any way of disguising themselves?
You rolled a really high history check before, and I would say like they're Fae who can disguise themselves. But you also know that they rarely kill directly. They usually get someone to do it for them, or they I don't know, the most they would do really is defend themselves or use someone as a human shield or human shield. So they're not the type to really go around killing, but they would ask someone else to.
All right, I got 2 hypotheses going on here. Let me throw them at you, see what you think. Either A, Ekkenblim are for some reason trying to frame you for a bunch of murders because they don't want Firebreathing Kittens roaming about, or maybe one of the Ekkenblim are hit with the same kind of murder juju that hit you.
Maybe so.
Or 3, Fred did it.
I will go ahead and eliminate option 3 right off the bat. I mean, you've been with me. Come on. However...
Magic?
Well, I don't know why the Ekkenblim would choose to dress up as me, though. I'm a nobody. I'm not really on the radar. They're more, I guess, important people. Why pick me? I stand out like crazy.
Well, do you guys know any way of tracing Ekkenblim?
Crystal's gonna think for a second and say, I mean, tracing them, not really. I mean, they usually fly around. They don't really walk around, and I know for a fact that Skirmish that I saw coming from this scene, ran away, went into an alley, and hid. Didn't try to fly or anything. I don't know.
Well, I know they can disappear they can teleport in a way. Is there any way, Kyra, as a time wizard, you could turn back the clock so we could see what happened, or perhaps catch the person in the act?
Kyra perks up and says, I mean, yes, I can do that. But I would need to know exactly when it was. Oh, yes, it was, you said 15 minutes ago. You saw the person, but when did they do the killing? She goes to ask Crystal. Crystal says, I would say maybe just an hour ago, maybe an hour and a half to be safe. You could just wait here and ambush them or something.
2 hours to be safe.
2 hours?
That sounds like it would cause a paradox, because we wouldn't travel back in time if we stopped the crime.
Kyra.
So do you just want to watch the crime? I'm not following.
I feel like that's our only option, because if we stop the crime, then there's no crime for us to go back in time to see. That's a paradox.
The body's not here, so it may be in the hospital. So what we can do is go back, let them quote-unquote murder happen, but then you're a cleric, you can help the body, send them to the hospital, and then we can catch the perpetrator.
I got a spell specifically for this. It's called Feign Death.
Let's do it then, if you're all right with that, Kyra and Jenny.
We can also stop the crime and then commit it ourselves.
That would be murdering a child,
That would be
Jenny.
against my principles.
I appreciate you being open-minded enough for creative solutions, Jenny. You're a very good girl. However, let's go with one of the other options this time.
Whatever.
Yeah, so then Kyra thinks for a moment and says, well, I do have a way of, I do have a spell that I'm working on that allows you to astral project and then go back and see it, but I can only do that on one person at this moment. I'm developing it.
You think I'd be able to cast my spells while astral projecting?
No,
They're necromancy.
It would not work, unfortunately. You cannot do anything but watch, really.
All right. No.
Projecting into the
Okay,
past.
guess we're not saving this kid, but we can.
I can actually take you back, and we could see what happened. But Oh, I know.
So-
we could go in another timeline where this happens, and then go stop it in that timeline, come back to this one, and solve it.
That seems needlessly complicated.
Oh, it is a simple solution. All I do is just create a timeline portal. I create them all the time. It's what I use the most.
Skirmish will shrug his shoulders. Well, okay.
Well, I mean, what's the worst thing a paradox could do?
Oh, it's okay. It is an entirely different timeline. Like we've had to. We don't have to tell what we've done in other timelines. Let's just say that sometimes to get stronger, we kill versions of ourselves in other timelines. It is very different stuff happens. You don't have to worry about paradoxes.
No, I think I will worry about it. The words you've just said are quite distressing. Maybe you would like to explain yourself.
I heard kill myself and I get stronger.
Oh, I probably should not have said that in front of people.
No, you shouldn't have.
She's going to say, here, I will, oh, it is okay. I could just go back in time and rectify it. It is okay. Well,
Time dragon, I'm immune.
oh, you're the only one who would be immune. The rest of you can forget. Well, I am actually a time dragon, and dragons, to get stronger, we absorb other dragon souls. So that is what we've been doing so far.
I would like to step in front of Jenny in a protective fashion, just like, I don't know about this.
Is Avalanche still with us?
Yeah, she's just watching all this happen like, what the heck?
Ava, are you sure we need this person?
Let me try to remember Ava's voice.
But while you do that, Jenny's going to whisper into Fred's ear, I want her soul.
No, let's not worry about that right now.
She said I can get stronger if I had her soul.
She might be a liar. She might think that's the case and then try to kill you and not get any stronger. So just let's not listen to her.
1 against 3. I want her soul.
But she can help us solve this murder, potentially. Let's see where we go with her.
After I
We'll
want her
talk
soul.
about it then. Yes, I understand. Your horde is growing and you'd like to advance to something more unique.
Soul.
So yeah, I mean, she hears that and she says, I mean, if you could kill me, of course you can have my soul.
It was a whisper. It was a whisper conversation. She couldn't hear anything.
Roll stealth, because I mean, she's directly listening to you, Jenny.
Okay, my stealth is 37.
37. She does have a pretty high perception score, so let's see if she can get it.
I doubt it's that high.
Oh, definitely not. No. So she just kind of like, she doesn't really hear what's going on, but she does say, well, I mean, it is good to have me in this operation. If mishaps happen, I can always just go back and solve them. We can solve them. If someone dies, we just go back in time to before then, and no problem. We can just take someone from another timeline, bring them here. Yeah.
I would like to vote that we go back in our own timeline 2 hours and stop this imposter.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not super comfortable with what appears to be a reckless time-traveling murderer who is willing to, I assume, risk the entirety of the space-time continuum on a whim.
Oh, I have done that many times. I mean, I have been encouraged to do so by my grandfather. We do this all the time.
You are not making this better for yourself. All right. Let's say you're on parole. You send us back right now in our timeline. Everything goes hunky-dory. We keep working together. And that's that. If it doesn't go hunky-dory, then we're going to have a little more intense chat.
I would like to whisper to Walker and say, we have extra handcuffs thanks to Jenny, so we can capture her.
And then Jenny whispers in his ear, plus I'm going to get her soul.
Guys want to fight it?
There's no reaction because Walker has no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so she just says, okay, so you want to go back in time? All right.
Let's do it.
And she's going to like open her book.
Hold it. Before we go, Jenny, you're the resident sneaker here. Where could we get the closest possible vantage spot to this murder scene without being spotted?
I'll show you. And she disappears.
All right. Where would a massive hunkin' thing of metal find a place to hide without being spotted here?
She undisappears, grabs you, and disappears.
Perhaps you could use it wherever you went. Perhaps you could use your disguise kit on him and dress him up like a sofa or something. I don't know.
I mean, you could all just go in the house. I don't say the murderer didn't go in there, just went behind it.
Well, but we want to be as close as possible.
All right. I mean, you could just break out the windows. I can pay for some. It's okay.
I'm all right with that. I like breaking stuff. I'll be behind the window.
So you guys can hide in the house if you want.
Okay, I'll remain hidden within Jenny, I suppose.
Just under Jenny's wing, literally. Crystal's also gonna go in the house, and so is like everyone else. So then Kyra's gonna say, "All right, are you ready to do these things? It would be best if you guys all just like stood back and watched. It's okay, you won't remember any of this." She like tells to the guards, and yep, she makes a portal, a purple one, and says, "Well, here is 2 hours ago." I mean, every second we waste makes us 2 hours sooner, so she's just gonna, you guys go in and I will close this.
Skirmish will jump through.
Jenny will toss Walker through and go through herself.
Oh, 300 pounds of it being thrown. Oh my god.
Well, she weighs 1,200 pounds. I think she can handle it.
Yeah, and then,
Dragon!
And then Crystal and, Ava's just gonna, like, she's like, I don't know about time traveling and stuff, but she's like, you know what, I want to see the person who's impersonating my brother, and she goes with.
Jenny reaches through and grabs her by the hand.
and then Kyra quickly ends the spell and jumps through at the same time because she knows she's done this so many times. You guys are inside the house. It is 2 hours earlier. What you guys doing?
I'm going to look for this kid.
All right, so are you just going through the house?
No, wait, we're inside the house?
Yeah, you guys are inside the house. And actually, there are
How did
other
we
people.
get inside?
That's where she opened the portal.
Yeah, that's where she should have opened the portal. And she didn't really think that there would be people inside. But there are people inside who watched you guys walk out of a portal, and they're just like sitting on the couch like, what is going on?
Don't mind us. Which window faces the alley?
Like the tabaxi woman who's sitting on the couch just like raises a thumb and points backwards.
Okay. How much does a window cost to replace?
What? Who are you?
I will give her 10 gold. I'll just say, this may come in handy. And just give her 10 gold. And then walk to the window, but kind of hiding to the side so I can still see out the window, but not be visible from the street.
But I think,
or the alley.
Are you guys, okay, oh yeah, you guys aren't robbers. You're not trying to rob me. Okay, sure, I'll just be upstairs. Just gonna go upstairs. So you guys, you're gonna go to face the window, and you guys are just waiting for the thing to happen, because...
I'm gonna keep a lookout for this kid.
Okay, so you guys, like, kind of chill for half an hour, because nothing happens for half an hour. But then you hear footsteps in front of the house, and then you hear Skirmish's voice saying, "Come on, just back here." Yeah, you hear, and then a kid's voice.
I'm going to say, Jenny, can you sneak me out there? Obviously, you can pick me up and carry me.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to. Shade away.
Okay, roll for stealth, Jenny.
Oh, happily.
And you know what? Because you're also kind of trying to sneak walker, you roll for stealth with advantage. Because you might clank or something.
I do have disadvantage naturally.
So straight roll then.
That's okay.
That's going to be a 30 for stealthiness.
A 1?
So Jenny's
This is why I wanted the
great,
rogue to carry me.
But you just hear this random clanking sound, and then the voices stop for a second, and then kind of like, must have been the wind, and then resumes. Yeah, so where are you guys going?
I'm going to say to Jenny, I need to get close enough to touch this kid, which is a sentence that I don't think should be taken out of context should you repeat it elsewhere.
Jenny sneaks him right up to the kid and then grabs the kid.
Okay, well, I mean, did you guys like just sneak out into the backyard where the murder happened? Because they're still beside the house. They haven't quite gotten there yet.
Well, we snuck up to where they were.
Where they were?
Was said. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I mean, this is tricky, but let's just see if they roll. It's like they don't see where it's coming from, but they heard like a clanking sound, so they're just they just kind of like stop in place, and you can actually come up and grab them. Whoever's grabbing the kid, do a grapple check.
Actually, instead of grab, I'm going to reach out and cast Death Ward. Yes. So I touch a creature and grant it a protection from death. The first time the target would drop to 0 hit points for the next 8 hours, it instead drops to 1 hit point.
Okay, noted. So you kind of reach out and touch this kid and cast a spell on them, and they just like, and then they just say, "Hey, what's going on? What's the big idea?" And then Skirmish too.
Jenny rolled a 29 for the grapple check.
Grapple check. Okay, so then Jenny takes the kid. Oh yeah, clearly. So who are you grappling?
The kid.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they're not going to be.
That's
29.
what Walker said. Grab the kid.
Skirmish.
That is not what I said.
What are you doing?
I'm watching this whole thing unfold, and I'm getting more angry because that person's wearing my face.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one who can have my face. So I'm going to try to sneak toward them because I don't see Jenny or Walker anymore because Jenny's so sneaky. So I'm going to quietly make my way over there and try to get a drop on whoever this imposter is.
Roll stealth with
Okay.
advantage because he's currently distracted.
Perfect.
Very much distracted.
I got a 14.
Okay. Oh, yeah, very distracted. Does not see you. But you do see that it looks just like you, except the only difference is that, like, he has a few, like, he looks like how you looked like 5 years ago, basically. Exactly like that.
I have a feeling I know where this is going. So what are they doing right now?
Now he's pulling out his hammer and going to attack the first person that he sees, which is Jenny. And that is a...
They could see me?
I mean, you grabbed the kid, so yes, they could see you. Because the kid was right next to them.
As soon as I see the hammer, I'm jumping on him.
All right. He's going to roll to attack, but only gonna be like a 10.
That will miss.
Yeah. As soon as you see the hammer, Skirmish, you can do a surprise attack. So roll your attack with advantage.
All right, perfect. I got a 24.
24. That definitely hits. Roll your damage.
So I would like to rage as I'm doing this. So what that's going to do is I will have a 12 damage.
Ooh.
And I will also, since I'm raging, I will get to use my wild magic. Mm-hmm. So hold on. I always have a hard time looking that up. Excuse me.
You're excused this time. Just don't let it happen again.
Whew, perfect. Thank you. All right. So that would be an 8, which means a bolt of light shoots from my chest. Another creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet, which is this imposter, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of my next turn.
Okay, so then 12 damage plus another how much?
Well, you have to do a Constitution saving throw, and we'll
right.
find out.
Okay, Constitution.
DC is 18.
Rolled a 10.
You fail, so you will get 6. All right, 6 damage plus you're blinded.
Ooh, wow, okay, so then 12 plus 6, 18. Okay, so he took 18 damage and then drops the hammer and like kind of covers his eyes for a second as he's blinded. Says in your voice, what is happening? And everyone roll initiative. Or actually, we'll just use the initiative from your previous game. I'm gonna roll initiative for Imposter Skirmish. Be a whopping 4, which is gonna place him right after. Okay. So, yeah, first top of the round is Jenny.
Jenny's going to grab that hammer, use cunning action to disengage, and run.
Okay.
More loot.
She's got 30 feet of speed. She's got the kid, and she's going to say, Walker, you got this, and leave Walker.
All right. Cool. So Jenny's out of there. She's got the kid.
And she's got the hammer.
And the hammer. So he's left weaponless. Okay. Next up is Ava, who's just like watching these 2 skirmishes, just like, yep, I knew that was like, that's the imposter right there. The one who just lost his hammer. Skirmish should never lose his hammer. Skirmish, your turn.
All right, so it says on my turn, as a bonus action, I could use the light again from my chest. So can you make another Constitution saving throw?
That will be a 18.
That passes then. Mm-hmm. So you're fine. Then I will attack with my hammer. And because you're blinded, does that mean I get advantage?
Yes, you do get advantage.
That's great. I got a 24 to hit.
That definitely hits. Really damage.
And then I got 11 damage for the first swing. And then I will do it so again. Oh, a natural 20. Fantastic.
All right, roll your damage for that one.
So, oh my. So I get brutal critical, which is an extra dice. So let's see, 13 plus 9. So 21 damage on that one.
Yeah, he's pretty low on HP.
And then I will say, pleased to meet myself, if that is me, in fact. And I'll say, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at banter.
Yeah, this imposter Skirmish replies in your voice, like he says, like, what is going on? I had this one right in the bag. What? The real Skirmish? What? I don't know, so something like that in your voice.
All right, I think that's my turn.
Okay, next up is Crystal. She's going to attempt to attack him. She has advantage. Oh, I mean, she tries. She swings, misses, but then the next one she hits and does like she's like, you're mine, sucker. And she does 8 more damage, and he's low on health. Walker, what you doing?
I'm going to say to Skirmish, all right, I think we can, I've got a plan to get us out of this without causing a paradox, but you are going to need to capture or defeat this here imposter. Can you do that?
Can do.
I am going to cast Hold Person on the imposter.
Okay, gonna roll that wisdom save. Rolled pretty low. That will be a 12.
Okay, they are held, and that is my action.
So they're paralyzed. They cannot do anything. Okay. Jenny, you have the kid. You are running away from them, or you continue to run away? What are you doing, Jenny?
No, she's going to stop, and she's going to yell out, Fred, what are we doing?
We're beating the crap out of this guy.
Okay.
Okay. People or animal?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of beating the crap out of this guy. I don't understand what you're saying.
People arrow or animal arrow?
Oh, people.
Okay, so she takes a arrow out of her people quiver, which is just a fist. So it's non-lethal.
Fist.
And then she rolls, well, a natural 1.
Okay, what is the natural one with modifiers?
A natural 1 with modifiers is going to be a 6.
Yeah, that misses.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait,
it's going to be
hold
a...
on. You have advantage because this person's blinded.
Oh, thank you! And actually, I forgot about the plus 10 to it. But, okay, so with advantage,
Yeah.
it's going to be a 33 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Is that like a critical?
No!
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, roll your damage, and you get sneak attacks and say had advantage too. So how do you fire this arrow, this fist-tipped arrow, to knock out this person?
Well, it's going to be a total of, let's see, 32 plus 5. So that's 37 damages to the buttocks.
So you fire your arrow that is tipped with a fist at this imposter's buttocks, and
Yes.
it hits them very hard.
If it knocks him out, it actually
hard enough to
went through
basically
his...
like, huh?
Did it knock him out?
Oh yeah, it definitely did.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna real quick do a spare the dying on this.
It was
dude's
non-lethal. It
Yeah,
was a
I know,
fist.
but just to stabilize him.
Oh, he like once he realizes what has happened, he'll wish he was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the animal quiver has a regular arrow that is the hand with the middle finger pointing up.
All right. So, okay. So if we just go home now, I think that'll result in a paradox because there'll be no crime having taken place to send us back now. But I have a plan, and Skirmish, you might not like it, but I need you to go into that alleyway and beat that child to death with your hammer.
You are correct. I do not like that at all.
Is
there something? I tell you what. Why don't you beat me with a hammer and we can leave some of my blood everywhere? I'm okay with that.
Kyra's
Well-
gonna step forward and say, so this thing about the paradox is only like, it doesn't apply in all scenarios. It's okay, I created a portal that doesn't make paradoxes. It's,
that.
yeah, don't worry about that. You don't have to beat any children to death now.
No. I got this all figured out. See, I've blessed this child, so they can't die. But Crystal over there witnessed Skirmish murdering the child. So if we just make it look like a child was murdered, with Skirmish being there, then we tie up the causality real nice and loose.
Well, all we got
Child
to do...
wasn't actually gonna die.
Right. So all we have to do is tell Crystal, wherever she's sitting right now, that we've done it, but she needs to tell us, the last us, to come back to this point. Does that make sense? So the now us needs to tell her that she
Okay.
needs to talk to the then us to come back to now.
That plan does not involve beating a child with a hammer, so that's probably a better solution.
I would like my standard of not murdering anyone.
No, the
to
child
stand.
would be alive.
You know, what us time dragons do is we don't give a crap and just do whatever we want.
I mean, that is true. Also, Jenny, you should know that I'm actually your half-sister. I was initially half-dragon, but I became full dragon.
Sister!
So Crystal, the Crystal that's with us
She
now.
high-fives you, and she was like, that was a very nice shot. If I wish I could have that kind of skill with the bow.
Oh, Jenny ignores the high fives and goes in for a huge hug.
Yeah, she hugs you. It's just like, well, if you want, we can go into a different timeline, and I could show all of you my 2 form, or I could just show Jenny one time.
And not right now. We are very busy.
We've got a lot to do. Perhaps later, if that's all right.
Okay.
So, what do you guys want to do? You want to go back to our timeline? Okay, let's go back to our timeline.
hold
Open
on.
the portal.
Well, hold on.
We have to find the Crystal of Now and tell her to tell us later, but to come back to now, if that makes sense.
It doesn't.
Does that make sense to you, Walker?
Yeah, no, I like this plan if it works.
Okay, I would also like to, while we're waiting, I've got a rope of entanglement, and if I use the magic word, which is freeze, it will wrap itself around the imposter, and he'll be just tied up.
I also got cuffs.
But I got to use my rope. I was very excited.
Okay.
So, Crystal, you tell us, did we come back to... Oh, this is getting confusing now. Did we tell you to say that you saw a murder even though you didn't? Or did you actually see a murder, Crystal?
She's gonna, like, stare at you for a second, just, like, thinking, and she's gonna say, I know just as much as you guys about this. Is there, like, another version of me out there? I don't get it. She's gonna ask Kyra, and Kyra says, oh no, it's okay. All we did is just travel to 2 hours into the past.
Crystal, where were you sitting at this time and watching the alley?
She's gonna say, oh right, I was actually just I was following them from a distance. I should be right about and then Kyra kind of just like, oh no, and then she kind of like just grabs Crystal and tackles her and like and shoves her into an alley, just like, you cannot see yourself in the past, you're right there. And you see a hooded figure, cloaked figure walking down the street.
Okay.
Hi, Crystal. Crystal's over here.
Hey, Crystal, tell Skirmish, Jenny, and Walker to come back to now. Thanks.
Kyra is just going to create a portal, and then she's gonna just like run up to the new crystal and shove her in it. Problem solved.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
let's
guess
go.
that works.
Would you like to collect a bounty on this imposter? Or should we find out who he is?
I mean, as long as I get a cut, sure. Like I'm willing to split it. I mean, I told you where he was and everything, so obviously I'm gonna get a part, but we can all split the 30 grand. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to figure out who he was.
Did you damage him at all, or was it all us?
Oh, I did. Do you see that? You see that stab wound right there?
You see that arrow right up there?
That was cool.
It's hard to miss.
Well, you can't really see it, but if you saw it go in, you saw everything.
Let's take this guy back to Remedy, and maybe Remedy could find a way to discover his identity. Once that's done, we can turn him in.
Has anybody tried to yank off his face? Maybe it's a mask?
I haven't.
Try it.
Let's wait till we get back to the present.
Oh, actually, wait. You guys knocked him unconscious. His form would have changed. He's just like he's now he's like the 7 foot tall, featureless like person with just like eyes, 2 holes for a nose, and like a mouth. Basically, like and sort of short white hair. A changeling, clearly. Does not resemble Skirmish anymore.
There you go, Fred. It's not you.
I told ya.
So then, yeah.
Shall we
take
go
him
back?
I agree, yes.
Let's go.
All right, so then Kyra is going to say, okay, so now this portal should take us to the correct timeline. And then she's going to say, okay, after you guys.
Whee!
Hooray! And I'm carrying the changeling.
Yeah, so you guys all go back to the original time, 2 hours in the future.
Except Crystal.
No, Crystal goes with you.
Wait, but we left one of the crystals to go fetch us.
That was the one before we beat her up. The one we beat up is coming with us.
Yeah, the one that
Okay.
the other one almost saw herself and created a paradox, but Kyra shoved her out of the way so she wouldn't see herself, and then just shunted the new one to a different timeline, a timeline where the world was ending or something.
So no, there's no crystal to come grab us.
There's just the one that was that you guys beat up. She's going with you guys. And so is
Okay.
Avalanche. But it's okay because they'll never see their doubles. Crystal almost saw hers, and that would have caused a paradox.
I don't follow completely, but I'm okay with that because we got the bad guy.
Just leave it to the time wizard.
Time cops. They know what they're doing. We don't.
So, you guys go back to original times, and now with the perpetrator, and you emerge. What the other guys would have seen was a portal, no more blood, a blood stain appearing somewhere else, and then you guys emerging from back from the portal.
Wait, are you saying somebody else got murdered instead?
Oh no, the blood was just from when you guys were beating up the imposter.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes even with blunt force trauma you bleed, plus Crystal did stab him, so, with her longsword.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
He can leave.
But he's
Dr.
stable
Card
now.
III says everybody has too much blood anyway.
Okay. So, you guys have caught the imposter. And, you can... yeah. So here's where we're going to start wrapping up the adventure, because it is almost time to do that. What would you guys like to do for the end of this adventure?
Steal as much crap as I can.
I would like to bring the murderer to justice and clear my name here, and then be inspired to go clear my name in my homeland. So I'll probably be bidding my comrades farewell as I prepare to do that with my sister.
Okay. Crystal will go with you because, again, she wants in on the bounty end because she was part of the investigation and she knows what happened. So she knows what you guys did and all that kind of stuff, and saw and witnessed the fact that it was a changeling who was like being impersonated as Skirmish. Yeah, she can corroborate your stories and stuff. And how about you, Walker? What are you doing?
I feel like I'm going to split off and go straight to the Veil of Shadows to see if I can get some advance information while they're wrapping up that.
Okay, so you are.
So maybe I go with Remedy.
Okay, so you're gonna go with Remedy and go to the Veil of Shadows for more like scouting information, all that kind of stuff. Okay.
I'll actually join Walker in that.
Okay. Good to know. And Jenny's going to steal stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jenny ain't going to no shadow place.
But you want in on the bounty, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Kyra does not really care, so you guys are just gonna split it 4 ways. And, you didn't do, like, the Veil of Shadows job, so you wouldn't get the 50,000 gold each, but you would get the gold that you got from this. Okay. And also, like, Kyra is gonna show you, Jenny, her true form at some point later. And, she actually, she lets you know that she, in fact, was born as a half-goblin, like a goblin that drank the same potion that your mom did. But she was taken in by other dragons and later did a ritual to remove the goblin blood and became a full-time dragon. So she can write time-traveling spells, and you can actually cast them, and you can actually do those spells. It's like a spell scroll where you do like your spellcasting ability modifier plus proficiency, but yours is intelligence just because you are a time dragon, so you can do that kind of magic.
Well, I like my half elephant stuff, so you know what? I'm good.
Yeah, and she just says, yeah, I totally respect your decision. Part of me wonders what I would have been like if I was half-goblin, but here are a few spells. And she's going to hand you a few scrolls. And if you open them, you can actually read what they say because they're in Draconic, and they kind of glow to you, but no one else. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you can cast her time spells that she creates.
At least once.
Yeah, once is the spell scroll. But yeah, Skirmish and Walker, you guys have a goal for what you're gonna do. You guys want to get information about Veil of Shadows.
Correct.
All right. Well, that's gonna be it for this adventure. But stay tuned, and there may be more coming in the next adventure. Yeah, this may become a two-parter with at least like two other players. All right, so joining us today were Jenny,
My heart grows.
Skirmish,
Fred.
A.K.
One
Fred,
bad guy down.
A.K. Dermish,
Many more to go. Oh yeah, many names. I wear many hats too.
and you figured out that there was an imposter in your midst, and you were framed all along, and there is something special within you. So you've learned a lot this episode. And Walker.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
All right. Well, stay tuned and wait to see what happens next. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
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 All right. So we're just going to continue where we left off, where the three of you were discussing going to the Veil of Shadows for that nice, sweet 50,000 gold reward. And Skirmish, you could finally get the chance to get the answers you have been wanting for years now. So, Walker actually was reassigned to go to a different part where something similar was happening, but it might involve a different entity or something like that. So they will get the 50,000 a different way. But Jenny, are you joining Skirmish to the Veil of Shadows?
Oh, that's fine. I hear money. My eyes go like dollar signs, and yeah. Skirmish, where are we going? How are we getting there? And let's go.
Well, if we're gonna go to the Veil of Shadows, the way I came to Guaso from there before was by ship. So we could take another ship, or if you have any magic that could get us there quicker, that would work too.
Well, let's go back to my hoard and let's find out.
Okay?
Okay, so do you have any items that would help you get there faster?
That's what I'm going to find out. So let's see. Magic items. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
You should have stolen a ship.
I still can.
Yeah, it's not
right.
too late for that.
That's true.
Well, I have this orb of direction, and it will tell me which way is north, but I don't think that will work here. I got some sovereign glue. Does that help?
Do not think so.
I have a tankard of sobriety.
That
Would that help
may
you?
come in handy later. I will not lie to you. But that won't help us get there.
I have an atomic clock. Will that help you?
No. Is that a really small clock then?
Well, it is synced to the core of Jessup, so it will tell you what time it is no matter where you're at, and it's accurate to 1/1,000,000th of a second.
No, I don't think that'll help. How about we just contract a ship from Nulasag? He seems to have connections in the ship world. So we could just have him sail to Pishka, because I believe that's the largest city in Shofaxton. And then from there we can go to the Veil of Shadows.
Well, I like your first idea better than the second one.
The stealing a ship?
Yeah.
If you could, I guess, steal a crew too, because I don't know how to sail.
Oh, well, yeah, that will be harder. All right, fine. We'll go the second way.
Okay.
And you know what? We have airships. The guild has airships.
Let's do that then. Do we need to pay?
For the guild's resources, I mean, if it's part of the Firebreathing Kittens and you guys need it to do a job, I assume that, like, if there's any available, that you guys could just lease them or something. Like, I'll just say, for the sake of simplicity, that if it's a guild thing, you won't have to pay for it.
Well, that's good because I don't have any money.
What?
Yeah, so Like, obviously, Avalanche is, you said that you wanted her to join you, right?
If she's all right with that. I know she's in hiding as well, so if she's up to the challenge, yes, but if not, it's okay too.
Yeah, she actually agrees. She says, well, I think that if you're there with me, I'm sure that you'll keep me safe. You're a great warrior, and I've heard you've been accomplishing great things with the Firebreathing Kittens.
Well, you're too kind, and very accurate as well.
Well, she's kind. That is true.
We can all agree on that, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you have Avalanche going with you. Remedy's going with Walker. Okay, how about the Time Dragon? Do you want to take her with you?
She helped us quite a bit before. If she's all right, yes.
Okay, also, Jenny,
Yeah.
she would have given you a few scrolls. She would have given you 3 scrolls of Time Portal, the spell that she cast to send you guys back, like everyone back in time to catch the perpetrator,
Yep.
which, by the way, you guys have bound with you. And he's unconscious, but I think he's stable and will wake up in a certain number of hours. Let's see. In 2 hours since you got him.
This was the bad guy?
Yeah, the one who was impersonating Skirmish.
So let's tie him up, and once we get airborne, we just dump him over the side.
Well, will we get the reward if we do that? We should turn him into the authorities.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, I mean, you guys can. Obviously, Crystal is down with that because she wouldn't have left you guys since, like, she wants in on the prize.
Right.
Yeah, so she would just be like, well, I mean, yeah, we're going to turn him in, but, I mean, since he was impersonating you, you have an opportunity to ask him questions or something. It's up to you.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we could just go right now while he's unconscious.
Let's
Who
do
knows what
that.
happens
He
when
might
wakes
give
up.
us some clues as to if he's associated with any of this undead nonsense.
All right, well, first we need to tie him up, just in case he gets ornery.
All right. I will use my rope of entanglement and tie him up really good.
And I will sit on his chest, and if he lies, I will just put more of my weight on him.
All right.
Okay. So, do you guys do anything to heal him, or do you just wait until you just sit on his chest for 2 hours until he wakes up?
Well,
Oh,
go ahead.
we can just wake him up by slapping him a little bit.
I say we take him down to the jail. So when he wakes up, he's in a jail cell. Then we don't have to sit on him unless that's something you want to do. But he might have a hard time responding.
Well, that's only if I put my weight on
That's
him.
true.
But if he's in a jail cell, first of all, your rope's not going to work
It's
anymore.
all right. He'll be in a
Second of
jail cell,
all-
though, so that's all right. That's fine.
Second of all, we can't use advanced techniques to get him to talk.
Oh, we could still hit him in the face. We're both good at that, right?
Well, then there's us. The police. They're standing there looking at us and seeing us assaulting the guy.
If he's the one that's been murdering everybody, I don't think they'll have a problem with us asking him questions in a very direct way.
Well, it is known that the Nicomoy police are renowned for their inability and ineptness, but you never know. There might be one Boy Scout in there.
I'm
Oh, by the
willing,
way, you guys are in Jishope.
willing to risk it.
Well, Jessup, Nicomoy, the cops are all the same. They go to the cop training facility right there, snap in the middle. That the entire world goes to the exact same academy.
Well, then I think we have nothing to worry about. Let's take him in.
You're the boss.
I'll grab him by the scruff of his neck while he's tied up and carry him in front of me like a trophy as we walk to the police station.
Just holding up this changeling.
Yeah,
Because
people
he's
need to know.
unconscious when he's changeling form.
Yeah.
I forgot he was a changeling. This is a better plan. But he might turn into something small and run out the bars.
But not if it's anti-magic cell.
But we discovered a few episodes ago that if it's a racial trait, it doesn't affect it.
Well, let's put the cuffs on him then.
But he just gets to be smaller and poof, there goes the cuffs.
Let's just have a few arrows trained on him then. I'll have my hammer ready.
You're the boss.
Okay.
I'm just warning you.
So yeah, you guys take him to the authorities then, and I mean, since you guys are the ones who brought him in, and like, did you explain that he was impersonating you, or like, yeah, do you guys explain?
Oh, yes. We go into great detail because, of course, it's my face on the poster. And so I tell him, look, I know you were looking for me, but you were actually looking for this guy, this changeling who is posing as me. And then since Crystal is with us, I say, can you please explain the situation, what you witnessed, and how he was going to murder that boy in the alley? And so she goes through her story and, you know, so on and so forth. And then we ask if we can interrogate him in order to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, since someone who like they've worked with for the past little while, like she's pretty credible and she corroborates your story, so they do allow you to interrogate him within the jail cell. But you only get like an hour before they have to start processing him and sentencing and all that kind of stuff. You guys have an hour
plenty
to
of time.
Yeah. Okay.
Is he awake yet?
Yeah. Like, since they want to expedite this process, yeah, they would have, like, healed him a hit point or something. He has 1 hit point.
Oh, yeah. Only one, guys. Only one. Don't get rowdy here. He only needs 1. All right, so Jenny's gonna be looking right down at him, right face to face when he opens his eyes. And she's gonna say to him, now look, you're gonna do and tell Skirmish whatever he asks for you. Because if you don't, I'm hungry.
So this changeling looks around. They see these like bars and just like I mean, I don't know if they'll really. I don't think that people eat people around here. Like usually there's some kind of sentencing that goes around. Give me but like it's kind of like eyes widen as they look up at you. See this gigantic half-dragon. Give me a intimidation check.
Do my smile of pointy teeth give me advantage?
I would say advantage would only come from the help action. Skirmish, are you doing anything to give Jenny advantage?
My teeth are helping.
I will, yes, I would like to help him. I'm trying to figure out how I would do it. I think I will, get my...
Well, think quickly,
I'll get my hammer out.
I have a negative
Here's
1
what I'm going to do.
To it.
I'm going to get my hammer out, and I'm going to start pounding it on my hand, and I'm going to say, looks like I'll need to tenderize him before we cook him up for you.
Okay, give me an intimidation check then with advantage.
So the first roll, which is why you needed to hurry up, was a 3 minus 1 is 2.
Okay.
But I got a natural 20 for the next one, so the minus doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. With a natural 20, this person will tell you everything they want to know. Yeah, like Skirmish definitely helped because like it was the guy he was impersonating and looks beefier than he was when he was impersonating you. So, yeah. What do you guys ask him?
All you, Skirmish.
What's your name? Your real name?
Searing Bolt is my name. I'm part of the Order of Nature's Redeemers. I'm coming to get revenge on humanoid kind's crimes against nature.
So, wait a minute. I've never heard of you. Why did you pose as me?
Oh, it's because we couldn't find you. You had fled, so we were hoping the law would. So...
But why? Why were you looking for me in the first place? What did I ever do to you?
Well, you survived. You survived the slaughter that no one else did. And no matter how hard we tried to kill you, what magic our leader did, and venomous webs, what she used, nothing happened to you. We could not do anything. So
Skirmish will hear what Searing Bolt is saying, and his eyes will narrow and focus very sharply, a very hard stare on this person. And I'll say, it was you the whole time that killed my fellow soldiers?
Oh, no, they all slaughtered each other. It was someone else's doing. I am just the one who who helps with the deception.
All right.
The one who weaves the webs is not me, and you will never defeat her.
I will grab him by the throat and say, tell us what you know. How do we find this person? And what is the deal? Are you related to this undead problem in Jishop then?
Undead problem? Well, we're just gathering an army so that we can just take back what is ours, what belongs to Brinachti, the spirit of the world, so that we can finally teach people to appreciate the creation that she gave us. It is not a problem. It is our solution.
Did it ever occur to you that I am a part of this creation that you're talking about, and so by you trying to kill me, you're actually going against this, what did you say, Brinachti person?
Brinachti, yes. That's not a name to be taken lightly.
Well, I don't care about her at all. If she's the one that helped my fellow soldiers kill each other, and now you're after me, she's my number one enemy now. You're going to help me find where she is, or you're dead. And I give a very encouraging squeeze around the neck.
So then, she's not someone you can just find and kill. She's a goddess.
Well then, who is her liaison on this planet?
Well, the leader, do you like release his throat? Because it's kind of...
Slightly.
Kind of...
Enough
pants.
for Searing Bolt to talk a bit.
Okay.
But enough pressure to remind them that, hey, I'm right here.
I'm gonna say, my death does not matter in the grand scheme of things, but I will tell you this, so you may go and seek her yourself. She is deep within the Veil of Shadows, within Mighty Oak. She commands him. He is the leader, and Venomous Webs is the one who spins it, who spins the lies.
All right. Did you... I turned to the officers outside the jail cell and I said, did you all hear that? So clearly I'm not the murderer, even though I'm in a compromising position, I understand, with my hand around the throat of this person. It's just purely intimidation. I'll say, thank you for the information. I'll be back. And then I turn to Jenny and say, will you come with me to the Veil of Shadows? We've got business to attend to.
Oh, yeah, I'm game.
I turn back to this changeling and say, don't go anywhere. If you didn't fear death, you will. I'll be back.
Just kind of smiles at you. And have you released them yet?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to ask the people to let us out of the cell, not the changeling, but Jenny and myself, so we can get on our way to the Veil of Shadows.
Officers, turn around real quick.
Give me a persuasion check. Asking the officers to turn around.
Persuasion. That's going to be an 18.
They're just like, oh, well, these guys helped catch the murderer. Sure. They turn around. You can do whatever you want.
Jenny looks deep into their eyes. You shouldn't be smiling, and bites a finger off.
Oh my. Is that... Skirmish is shocked and asks, is that going in your hoard?
It's going down my gullet. I told him at the very beginning.
I'm usually against such things, but with this person, I'm perfectly fine with what you did.
I knew you would be.
I give Jenny a fist bump.
Jenny gives a fist bump, and there's an additional finger on her fist for some reason.
Must be a local tradition, not familiar.
Yeah, anyways, like the changeling, howls with pain, of course, but then between howls is just like, you will never win. Brinachti will, the Order will, and then, yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Jenny flips them off with her own finger.
Nice.
Classy.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so, yeah, you guys commandeer an airship from the guild. Well, just, you guys borrow it.
Borrow, I like that word better.
Sounds better, yes.
You guys borrow an airship and head to the Veil of Shadows. Are you going first to the village or directly to the Veil?
Directly to the Veil. I don't think the village will understand the situation unless they have proof. So hopefully the proof that we have, besides the finger that's in the gullet of Jenny, it will find it in the
I
veil.
can keep it for you if you don't want me to eat it.
Hold on to it for now.
She takes it out. Okay. And she brings up one of the wanted posters. Should we keep this too?
Sure. It's a nice memento.
Yeah, it looks just like you.
Oh yeah, Skirmish will wipe off the mustache.
You don't look like Charlie Chaplin no more.
It's all right. I'm happy being myself. Let's take care of business, shall we?
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, approaching the Veil of Shadows, like the land just gets more and more twisted and dark and just monstrous. And for an order that said that they're all about nature, there's nothing natural about it. Like, it looks just so necromantic, so dead. It's strange.
So Skirmish will have a shiver, because the last time he was here was when he saw all of his fellow soldiers kill themselves under the influence of magic, and so he remembers that very vividly, the colours of the blood all over the place, and then the undead coming to collect the bodies and consume them before he passed out. It's a terrible memory, but I'm excited to right a wrong that's been uncorrected for far too long.
Seeing this shiver, Jenny's gonna walk up to him and just envelop him in wings and arms and tail and just try to give as much comfort as she can.
Skirmish breathes heavily and says, "Thank you, Jenny. I needed that. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I have a friend to help me face this challenge. It will be dangerous, but I think we can do it."
You're welcome, Skirmish, and please brush your teeth.
Nobody's ever told me that before. Does my breath stink? Are you supposed to do it?
Yes.
I do it every month. What's the problem?
Twice a day.
What? That's absurd. All right.
That's why they're yellow and some of them are black.
Well, that's true. Okay, I'll take your advice after we take care of Venomous Web or Mighty Oko or whoever's in charge of this.
Then at least have this mint.
I never turn down a mint. So
Thank you.
Skirmish will eat the mint.
Okay.
All right. So we're in the Vale then. I would like to start shouting, challenging the order. Say, "Come out, you cowards!" Sorry, let me back up from the microphone. "Come out, you cowards!" And then try to goad them into coming to face me and say, "It's me, Skirmish. You know, the one who survived your terrible whatever you did. I'm ready for you."
Okay. So, you're shouting this at the top of your lungs. How far above the Veil of Shadows are you?
Oh, I assumed we landed. I thought,
Oh, okay.
So I would like to wait to land in the Vale, hop out, and then start shouting.
Okay, good to know. So you're just like going somewhere randomly in the Veil and shouting and
Yes.
basically saying, "Come at me."
I'm knocking down these dead-looking trees, like this necromantic environment. I'm just knocking it down out of fury.
Okay, Skirmish, you hear a voice. It seems to be coming from the heavens or something like this. But Jenny, you don't hear anything. You just hear Skirmish shouting. So Skirmish, you hear a voice saying, "Ah, yes, Skirmish, you are back. Please, destroy this mockery that the Order has become."
Who are you?
I'm Jenny.
Not you, silly, the person that was talking.
Nobody's talking.
Well, somebody's talking to me. So give me a moment and I'll have apparently a private conversation with him. So, hey, disembodied voice, who are you?
So it is a woman's voice, and she says back to you, "I am Brinakti, ancient spirit of the world. I was once a goddess of nature, but have become trapped here, and and made to become something that I'm not. Some necromantic entity. I've been trapped in some devious necromantic demonic web. And you are the one who can set me free.
All right. I've heard that you're the one that was behind a lot of tomfoolery, lying to my village and blaming me for murder, as well as, killing all my friends. Why should I believe you at all?
No, I didn't do that. I swear. I'm your friend, Skirmish.
You, Jenny, I appreciate your friendship. You're a great lady. Please don't confuse that I'm not talking to you. You're fantastic. And I appreciated the hug.
Oh.
And I'll hug you again. But let me talk to this disembodied voice that's telling me some information. In fact, let me relay the information to you so you understand where we're coming from. And I tell Jenny about Brynocti.
That might help a little bit, because I'm just getting a lot of confusion.
Understood. So I tell her exactly what I was told, and then I go back to Brynocti and say, why should I believe you?
Look around you. Does this look anything natural? I am a nature spirit. I do not kill things. If anything, I used to use wildfire to combat those who were profaning and desecrating my land without any consideration for what they were doing. Wildfire, plants, animals. Not this death and decay and webs of lies and controlling humanoids' minds. It is not something that us nature spirits are doing. It is something else.
Well, I tell you what. I'm not saying I'll help you, but why don't you point me to the person that's corrupting your ways, and that also happened to do so much damage to me personally, and then perhaps it could be a win-win. Just point me that way, and I'll swing my hammer at him.
Seek the northwest of here. You are not far from the one who spins the webs. The one who I once had given many great gifts to, but has turned into an undead monster. That one is beyond your strength right now, but the spider you can probably take out. You are the only one who can hear me, because I was brought back from long time ago, and a part of me went in you. So, northwest.
Okay, I relay all this to Jenny, except the part about her being inside of me. I'm a little uncomfortable with that. But I keep that close to the vest for now. And then say, well, she says northwest, so do you mind a hike? Would you like a walkabout?
I have an orb for that.
Oh, well, let's go.
Yeah, this orb points north at all times, so we just go that way.
Perfect. I go the way Jenny's pointing.
Yeah, so by this time, it's been a few minutes, and there wasn't anyone in the immediate vicinity, but they did hear you, so there are, undead coming at you guys, but you are pretty strong adventurers. You're level 14. You managed to, it's okay. You cleave through them as easily as through the dead trees. It is easy. They seem to be moving in a very organized fashion, though, not like what you've been experiencing. It's interesting. But yeah, you guys head northwest, and you start to see cobwebs until you get to this kind of web sack thing. It's like what a spider spins before they lay their eggs.
Skirmish, I don't do spiders. As she puts the hood of her elven cloak up and disappears.
Oh, are you still here, Jenny? I will protect you no matter what. I don't do spiders either, but one thing I do now is protect the people that are my friends no matter what. Even if it kills me, you'll be safe.
You said doo-doo.
I tried to separate it with a beat, so I said do, but you caught me. I laugh and slap what I imagine is Jenny's back because she's invisible, but...
you missed.
Well, I laugh anyway.
Okay, so, yeah, what do you guys do?
I will, I tell you what I'll do, is this sack of, the web with a sack of eggs, how large would you say it is?
Oh, it's as big as a house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's as big as a house.
No, perfect. I'm going to take my hammer. It's a Sunforger, and I'm allowed to throw it and cause an explosion, so I would like to burn the web.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you this. Yeah, you make the explosion, and it starts to burn away, and then you hear this screaming, and out pops a Drider, which is a lady with a spider body, and she is furious because you are burning her like this thing that she's doing to try to take over all that kind of stuff. Yeah. You also see like the undead. They start to become a bit less organized. Like before, they were almost like marionettes on strings, but now they're beginning to fall apart and become just mindless and dead. What do you do?
I am allowed as an action to have the weapon reappear in my empty hand. So first I'll do that. So I have a weapon. And then I'll say, oh, hello, nice to meet you. I really hate what you've done with the place. This place used to look at least reasonable. But I can see your redecorating skills are not really my style. What is your name?
And then you hear like this kind of disjointed voice as her white hair kind of like flies up, and she says, "They call me Venomous Webs. And how did you come here? How are you here? How come you're not undead? You must die."
Well, I've heard that a couple of times before. And so far, not dead yet. So I have an idea. How about you die? And I would like to pounce on her and pound her in the head with my hammer. How far away am I? Can I pounce on her?
Yeah, you can. And she wants to kill you too, so like you guys will go at it. You pound her on the head with the hammer, and it's a really hard fight. Jenny, do you join at all?
Jenny is eating popcorn watching. She is terrified of spiders. She cannot do spiders.
Like Avalanche is also going to be there with you. Like she's going to be like healing and trying to protect herself, but she obviously like it's harder for her with the undead. And a couple of times you see these web things try to ensnare her, but then she manages to like break free of them. Skirmish, they do not touch you. Jenny, you are hidden, so they don't know that you're there. They do manage to entangle the time dragon that you have with you, who did turn into her dragon form, which is this kind of like purplish, grayish, large dragon. Like it's not gargantuan, it's not an ancient dragon, just an adult dragon. And she has like emerald eyes and like golden spikes. And she shows you her true form. And like for a second, she's like happy, but then she gets ensnared by these things, cannot do anything. And Skirmish, you and your sister fight. It's a long, hard battle, but in the end, you lose almost all of your hit points. It's difficult. You're left with, I don't know, like 5, but you manage to defeat this Drider, Venomous Fang. And, yeah. How would you like to, what do you do next? There is something she will say, but I'll let you narrate a bit.
Well, if I defeat her, I would like to kill her. I'm not capturing her. And does she have any like insignias or clothing or something that's representative of the organization she's with?
So, yeah, she has like the Order of the Redeemers has this kind of insignia that they make using like these twisted trees. It's a special. It involves like this dead tree, but then if you look in the background, it's kind of like a web as well. Mm. Yeah, so you find that, but then when she dies, she says, "Infernal Weaver, oh great goddess, I have betrayed you," and then those are her last words.
Okay, so I would like to take the insignia as proof of this person and her organization, and then I would like to spit on the ground in disgust of I'm full of venom and hate. I just do not like this lady at all and what she's doing to me, my village, and anybody else. Like, this is a nightmare.
Yeah, and you notice that there's no longer an organization at all to the way that the undead move. There's no more webs, like the ones that were on Avalanche kind of fall off. and the ones that are around Kyra she kind of shakes off, even though it's a bit more difficult for her. And yeah, like there are too many undead here, and they do kind of like threaten to, they do encroach on you. And yeah, you have like 5 hit points left. Probably
No
might not want
problem.
to stay here longer.
I smack as many as I can. I have no fear, and I will take them down. And I will, if it does become overwhelming, I do warn Avalanche and Jenny. I'll say, hey, you might want to get out of here.
You hear whispers in your ear. It's going to hurt a little bit, but trust me. And she has a scabbard now that has healing word with it. Now, the way it's used is she says the magic word, pulls out the dagger, and then stabs the person.
All right.
So you get stabbed in the shoulder, and it hurts for a minute, and then you get healed for... I don't have a spell casting modifier, so I guess it's just going to be my proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 13 HP back.
Perfect. It's like, I wince at the dagger. I'm familiar with being stabbed. I know exactly what that feels like. And I'm like, oh! But then the warmth flows through my body, and I feel that much better. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Jenny. You might want to remove that, because I'm about to go crazy.
Oh, I put it back away already because
Perfect.
it was just a momentary stab. But I can only do that twice, and I did it to you twice just now.
Oh.
Maybe we need to go jump onto our dragon friend's back, and she can just fly us to where we need to go. There's no reason to kill all these undead right now.
I grimace, and I say, okay, your safety is my priority. So I will end this vengeance later, but we will flee. I will be back, though.
Well, yeah, we're going to go do the job, and then we'll come back. But I'm not worried about my safety. You don't even know where I am. You hear this coming out for both sides of your head. But I'm worried about your safety. So let's go finish the quest, get our 50K, and then come back, and you can have all the fun you want with these undead
Okay,
things.
that sounds good. I think we may have solved it, though. This lady, I think, could have been coordinating all the undead in Jishop. I don't know, but perhaps we can take a look.
Oh, the spider was the big bad?
I think so. Well,
Oh, then go have fun.
all right. So I'm starting to smash undead just to make it safer, a safer world for everyone.
Well, you do see in the background that there is one seeming undead that's smoldering under the helmet, dressed in full plate armor, but like in a kind of like an oaken design, huge kind of person. Definitely not mindless undead coming toward you.
Jenny sneaks up to it, and she's going to use, what was it called? She's going to use that special glue and glue its feet to the ground.
Okay, this is interesting. So you're trying to glue the feet of this thing to the ground.
Oh yeah, the sovereign glue.
The sovereign glue. I'll say it doesn't see you because you're really good at hiding. I'll say you succeed. What do you do next?
All of a sudden, Skirmish here's coming out of both sides of his head again. That thing's not a danger. We can just leave it. We can do whatever we want.
I'm going to find out who this person is. Hello, newfound enemy. What is your name?
Okay, so then you hear like this disjointed voice come, because I did not expect you guys to linger there and then have Mighty Oak come. So he says, in disjointed voice, I am Mighty Oak, the leader of the Order of the Redeemers, and this glue can take my shoes, but it will not hold me. And he's gonna step out with one kind of like weird crackly leg out of there, and then
And once the foot comes out of the boot, it gets a layer of glue put on it. So once it hits the ground, it sticks.
The skin rips off, but then he keeps on going. He's undead.
I will say, I was informed by the voice, Brinacti, and I don't know if I can trust her, but she said I'm not strong enough for this guy yet. If this is Mighty Oak, I don't want to face him yet. I'm not afraid, but I want to make sure I take care of him the right way. So what I will do is I will insist. I will say, look, your venomous web lady is dead. You're about to be next, but I got to take care of my friends. So we'll be back, and you can count on it. And I ask everybody to leave while I stare this person down so that they can go back toward the dragon. We get on the dragon's back and we fly back to the airship.
Okay, yeah, like he would be like shouting insults and saying that like, oh, Brinacti did not speak to you. I don't know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, you guys managed to. I'll say you guys managed to escape for the sake of it, and managed to go back to the airship. And yeah, well, your sister though, Skirmish, she is not doing very well. She took a lot of poison and stuff from the webs, so she's unconscious.
Oh no. I don't have anything that can heal her.
I used all mine on you.
I know.
Oh, by the way, I'm right here.
Oh, good to see you again. So what I would like to do then is I would like to hold her in my arms and just comfort her. I know she's unconscious, but I'd like to be with her until she wakes up, until we get to a hospital.
Okay, where do you take her?
The closest place would probably be my village, and it's a risk, but I go there and I reveal myself and I say, hey, my sister is hurt, please heal her, and then just face any consequences they've got, or explain my absence, or tell them about...
Wait. Before you do that,
Yeah.
I'll put the mustache back on you.
Perfect.
And nobody will recognize you.
Yes, I will go by my pseudonym of Dermis Shillington. Hello, strangers. I found this lady that looks like she belongs to this village. Can you help her?
Skirmish, what's wrong with your
No,
voice?
it's Dermish, Jenny. Dermish. Play along, please.
Interestingly enough, actually, they first of all, like, they know you even though you've been missing, been there for 5 years. Interestingly enough, they do not move to arrest you. They're just, like, confused. They seem to have, like, Skirmish?
Yeah.
Avalanche, Killington. What, where have you been? I mean, you've been gone for a week more? They're confused. They have, yeah.
I shake my head because I'm not really very good at lying. I don't like lies. So I just say, look, I'll be straight with you. I was framed. I never killed anyone. None of my fellow soldiers, but I did avenge them. There was a lady, part of this organization, and I show them the talisman or the symbol that she held. And it's like, she's part of an order that lives in the Vale of Shadows, who's trying to take over and reclaim nature. And they use the powers of the undead, it seems, to manipulate their will. That's all I know. I fought her, and it was rough, but she's gone. But Avalanche is not doing too well. If you could help her, I don't need anything myself. Just make sure she's okay.
Yeah, so like you see that they're kind of scratching their heads, but when you say Spider Lady, they're just like, oh, the one who attacked us, you killed her.
I didn't know she attacked you, but yes, if it's the same one, and I describe her like, does she look like this?
Yes.
No, she looks completely different right now.
Well, yeah.
You know that, Skirmish.
Well, of course. Did she look like this before I smashed her?
Well, yes. So this is like one of the village elders, not one of your family members, but it's just like, it is the last thing I remember. I remember you all went off. Where is everyone else?
Everyone else? Who are you talking about?
The soldiers.
I'm afraid they're gone. We went out with the soldiers 5 years ago, and then they froze because they were under the influence of some evil magic. They slaughtered themselves and the undead ate them before my eyes. And then I came back to try to warn you, and somebody said that I was the one who killed them all, and it wasn't true. It's still not true.
I vouch for him.
Yeah, they're kind of confused. They seem to have some memory things going on. They remember things a bit differently. Like there was mind magic at play, but now that the source of the mind magic is gone, they're kind of just...
Okay.
Well, you do realize while you're all are talking, this pretty little thing right here is dying?
Oh, yes. Of course.
Thank you. Thank you for helping her.
Now continue arguing.
So like they seem like when you say so, they seem to remember, like when if you remind them of what happened, they do seem to remember. It's just like, oh yes, we did put you in jail, and then the other one, and then yeah, like their minds have been quite addled for the last 5 years. They do remember everything, but then they were just like, at some points they're just like, oh, we're going to arrest you, but then at some points they're not. So yeah.
I got the cuffs.
Jenny, don't encourage them. Not in that way.
Oh, sorry. I got excited.
That's understandable. I will say, I do have the sashes of my fellow soldiers, and I pull them out. I carry them with me always as a memory of how I let down my fellow man. And I bring out a braid of 14 sashes and say, look, this is proof that they're no longer with us, because they wouldn't have let these go. And I did the rites like I'm supposed to, so they will be in paradise. But they met a bitter end.
So then, yeah, this person and like the few people who have gathered, they have taken Avalanche away for healing her and stuff like that. But they are kind of confused. They're just like, oh, like we'll have to talk at length about this, kind of like we'll have to consult with everyone. But yeah, like you see that they believe you now. They did not believe you before. They have very conflicting kind of thoughts and memories right now.
Also, I will ask you to release my friend Lokag. Avalanche said you arrested him because he was guarding me before my execution, and he let me go. So please don't punish him. He was only doing what he knew was right.
Well, all right. We'll discuss with the council, who can discuss with us. But we will consider what you have said.
Okay. I will need to depart with my party. We've got a lot of business to take care of, but we'll be back. Please take care of Avalanche.
Real quick, how do we stand on his escape charges? Are they going to be dropped too?
Who are you asking?
The townsfolk. Who he's talking to.
So with the escape charges, so who are, like Skirmish or Lokag?
Well, yeah, he's the one that got escaped 5 years ago.
Well, if everything you're saying is true, that you defeated the one that attacked us, if you did not kill your if what you say is true, then perhaps we will waive those charges. So that they kind of just think, yeah, they're very confused.
It's okay. I appreciate you trying to seek the truth. That's what I was raised to do, and that I know as the elders of this village, that is your priority as well. Seek the truth and everything will be okay. I will return. If you decide I'm still guilty, I'll no longer run. I will face it like a man, and we will get to the bottom of it. But for now, I need to help my friend Jenny get back home.
Okay, well, we'll hold you to it. And where is this home that you're talking about?
It's in a city called Nikamoy. It's in a nation called Guaso, which is across the sea. And I try to draw a quick map to let him know. It's like, we're here. Here's Pishka, the Vale of Shadows, and then over here is Guaso, Jishop and Nikamoy and all that, just major features. And it's like, I'm here. If you need to find me, send an emissary, or I'll be back as well. You have my word.
Jenny looks at it and goes, oh, no, you got it all wrong. You suck at geography. She erases the X and puts it completely different points.
Well, Jenny is correct. I'm bad at drawing memory and geography, so trust her.
Okay, well, we'll go over here. If we do not find you have returned, we will go look for you. I'm glad that you have returned to us and told us everything. We will need time to discuss it, but attend to your business in this Nikamui place.
Thank you.
Kind of like nods. And all right, is there anything else you would like to do? Your sister is being taken care of. They have agreed to release Lokeg, and they are going to basically give you a trial later once they have discussed. And if you don't return, they will send for you because they know where you go now.
No, they don't.
Or they will send for you at the other place.
I will be willing. I'm not afraid. Not anymore.
Okay. Yes, anything else you guys are doing?
Oh, Jenny's robbing the place.
Does Skirmish know she's robbing his home village?
Can he roll higher than her stealth?
Probably not.
check?
Not from a perception perspective, no.
Yeah. She gets advantage because of her cloak, and she also can't roll underneath a dirty 20.
There's no way I could see you then, probably. I'll just...
So he has no idea.
Okay, then I will make our way back to the ship, and I will look for Jenny and say, Jenny, come on along.
I'll meet you there.
Okay.
He hears out of both ears.
Yeah, I mean, like, you rob the place. It's a pretty simple village. They don't have a lot, and...
Actually, they have less now.
Yeah, they have even less now, but we get some cool arrowheads, I guess.
Probably a few potatoes.
Yeah, you get some obsidian arrowheads. Those are pretty cool.
Okay, I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, you get a bunch. You get a lot. You find their stash. You could take however many you want. No one knows. But
All of them.
all of them. Okay, they have no more obsidian arrowheads. So yeah, you guys get back on the... I'm assuming you guys get back on the airship, and it takes you the amount of time. Like, it's probably going to be a few days and such. You guys go back to Dishope or to Nikamui?
I assume whoever is paying us for the ridding of the undead, I'd like to confirm with them, so I assume Jishop.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, I'll say that, like, you might not find them right away, but you will find them eventually. And yeah, they'll confirm that the undead are back to being mindless undead. They still have a big undead problem in Jishop, but it's less organized and less going in one direction and more just mindless undead because of the Ekin limb dust.
Okay.
So yeah.
Almost just like those villagers we were just talking to.
I hope they're not exposed. Well, I'll report our findings to the guild, to Nulasag, and whatever authorities might be interested in the undead problem, so they understand what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that, and essentially it was just like investigate the threat and stop the march of undead, and you did that. So yeah, you guys get the 50,000 for that.
Well, thank you very much. I will use it wisely.
I won't.
So yeah, some major thievery and hiding for Jenny, and major...
Oh, she doesn't do spiders.
Hiding from spiders. And major character development for Skirmish, but he still has unresolved business. Yeah, so joining us today were Jenny.
Skirmish hears voices. I'm a little scared of them.
And Skirmish.
I keep hearing Jenny's voices in either ear, and it's freaking me out.
Okay, thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Are you easily offended?
Because if you are, you should probably stop listening.
Are you interested in the bizarre and unusual?
Like serial killers?
You scream as loud as you can. They're already scared of you. They stab you just once. You know what I mean? Then run
Or
off.
maybe they fucking kill you.
And aliens? I'm thinking aliens.
Yeah,
guys.
probably. like if you're gonna take my sperm, at least make me happy. Don't forget about the paranormal.
Why do you look like that?
Because I'm from hell, bitch!
Why are you from hell?
Come on strange, drunken journeys with us. Your host, Tomcat, a.k.a. Tom Thompson.
And Billy Kirby.
As we drink and discuss the creepy and weird sides of life. Strange Brew Podcast. That's Strange Brew Podcast.
Okay, Tom, relax. Strange Brew can be found anywhere you can find a podcast, though.
From Apple Podcast and Spotify to Podbean and many more.
So crack those beers
or the booze and light those doobies
because it's about to get strange.
Here's what some people are saying about the Projection Booth podcast.
The Projection Booth is single-handedly the greatest film podcast you could ever listen to or could possibly want.
Top notch. 5 stars. This has quickly become one of my favorite film-related podcasts. Always interesting.
A completely unpretentious yet fully comprehensive look at films from all genres.
This podcast is an amazing resource and one that helps in the discovery or rediscovery of films for anyone who enjoys thinking about cinema.
If you love movies and podcasts, subscribe and enjoy the Projection Booth.
Every episode is beautifully crafted to give you a true audio experience, a wonderful companion to the films they cover.
The Projection Booth is awesome. A wide range of films covered from classic to cult to contemporary, thoroughly researched, very entertaining, and always informative.
The Projection Booth podcast, with new episodes available every week at projectionboothpodcast.com.